Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 163 of Ahwa. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out here. We're here to talk about the English Primeras Ligas. You get me? Love to every single person locked in. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Listen, Ahwa, everyone knows it's a bomba show. You get me? We're here to fight everyone. You get me? We're not here for to make friends. You get me? We're here to just give people headaches. That's what we're here to do. So big up to all of you guys. Please do hit that like button. Do subscribe to the channel if you are yet to do so. Love to every single one of you amazing, incredible, phenomenal people. And we are out here. And I can't believe I'm about to say this, but joining us first, the actual only winner from this week. The only... if I told you this before the stream, if I made the claim that the only winner this week is going to be Jacob, you guys would all laughed. But unfortunately, it's reality. He's literally the only guy that won, bro. Like, no one, and I mean no one else won. Like, how can Jacob be the only winner this week? There's something wrong with the universe. However, we all love him. From San Beirut, Texas. Man like Jacob is in the building. How you doing?
Yo. What a glorious day. Dubs only. And if you ain't win today, you can't talk to me.
Look, even Gonzo's doing prop for Jacob. Technically, it should be a solo Jacob top row. We're truly living in a simulation.
I mean, if only the simulation could have started sooner and we wouldn't have lost 15, 16 league matches, that'd have been great.
Yeah, you don't want the league. My bad. Sorry, Jacob. Sorry. Just messing with you.
Yeah, but big up everyone. Salam alaikum, y'all.
Big up. United are 12th, so drawing with the 5th place team ain't that bad, I guess. You get me? So joining us next, man like Ahmed. How you doing, Ahmed, mate? Why's your light off? Can you switch on the fucking light?
Alright, give me 1 second. Let me turn on the light. Yeah, bear with.
Man just came in a dark room unnecessarily. Hi, Ahmed.
Yo, what are you saying, man? What are you saying? Big up,
Yo.
yeah.
Big up.
Listen, that derby, yeah. I swear to you, I'm never gonna get 90 minutes back ever again. I fell asleep. Big up, what's it called, Jacob? See, I don't understand why there's Tottenham meltdown. They won today. Everything's back to normal, isn't it? So, big up the comment section. And yeah, man,
We're
let's
back.
get into it.
Officially, we're back.
You're back, bro. In Levy we trust. Khalas.
Europa League is quivering right now, based
Facts.
off what they saw we do today versus Southampton. So,
But yeah, get that. I smell blood as well in it, merchant, bro. I'm telling you, I smell blood hype. You getting me?
Speaking of smell blood,
So, yeah.
he's here. You get me? Man City went to Old Trafford because he scored a goal. Kevin De Bruyne as last season against Man United, as he mocked Jurgen Klopp last season, ends in 0 wins. Man like Hamza is in the building. Hi, Hamza.
Yeah, man. I'm just eating samosa to prepare for next season. Yeah? Don't worry about it. This season, we know why we're not winning the league, because we're that bad. We know why Husam's winning the league, because I'm not that good. And I have to accept that. Oh, man. Listen, I'm disappointed, because normally Old Trafford is my home. But you know what it is? It's a joke that I didn't get anywhere. Well, I'm so disappointed because you're expecting to win. Everyone expects to win against United. So
You didn't beat us last game
today, because I should be the one who's cooked. Because don't cook Ahmed, because he's just basically fighting relegation. You can't cook a guy who's fighting relegation. Cook a guy who's supposed to be the guy who's taking 3 points. So I'll accept it if I go cook today. Absolutely. But I know one thing. I should be top pro because you, Husam, should be bottom row. Because you don't deserve to be.
We haven't done introducing everyone yet.
Okay, fair, but you should be.
Fulham's a tough fixture, you know.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah. War
But
KDB.
Hamza, we win the league anyway. Who cares? Like, you want to know the problem?
You cooked me when I was winning the league.
I would say something right
You're
now.
shameless. I won the league and I still was getting cooked after losing.
I will say something right now. Hamza, I will say something.
You cooked me on the Brentford last game of the season.
I'll be honest with you. I'll say something.
Oh, Hamza, let's cook Hamza. I won my league now. I'm getting cooked.
Hamza, can I speak? Listen to what I'm about to say. I'll be honest with you completely. if we were in a title race with Manchester City, I'll be shitting myself right now. But put yourself in my place.
Yeah.
Every time I
But we're
drop
talking
points,
today still.
wait. Every time I drop points, Arsenal drop points. So why am I supposed to be worried? Wallah, be honest.
100%.
If you are in my place, are you worried?
No, but we're still cooking you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, fine.
Joining
Go
us first, next, you get me 0-0 draw away at Brentford. 1.5 billion, can't break down a low block. Bridge Nation, massive upgrade on Ziad. How you doing, Ahmed? You're on mute.
You mean he paid the
Because you're
electricity
playing
bill?
EAFC. That's why you're on mute.
on.
I'm
That
not on the
connection.
AFC.
Where is that? Who is
I'm not on
Ahmed?
the AFC. I'm not the AFC.
They haven't got
Basti.
Chelsea
I'm a grown man.
sponsors. Internet
grown man.
connections, Wi-Fi shit.
Brother, did you win? Did you win today?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you very
Well,
much.
yo,
Yes, I did.
You know what I
You
mean?
drew as well.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You drew.
And you know,
I did.
Listen, what happened to you on Thursday? Humble yourself to you, big man, upstairs. You know, at the end of the day, listen, you know, I started fourth. I finished fourth. So why do I care? You know what I mean? Hey, listen, we take the point, we keep it pushing. You know what I mean? That's all I will say to that. But hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. Enjoy your days, lads. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying my day quite well.
Big up. Joining us next, you get me 1-1 draw away at Everton. Is there a Lewis Kelly agenda? Hello, Dayo. How you doing, mate?
What's up? How you guys doing, man? I hope
Hello.
y'all having a bad day, especially.
Huh.
I hope y'all having a terrible
Well,
Arsenal
that is
dropped
so
points and
funny.
Saad's
Bro,
not
that
here.
is-
What a surprise.
Listen.
For some
Oh,
reason,
yeah.
that today.
Saad
Listen,
has a party with his...
Oh, I had to go poo-poo, Husam. I can't be there.
Sam, I can't do
Because
this.
they flip flop, they're hiding. One guy spoke and says, "Yo, I
do this.
got cooked last week. Send that guy." We're
I
cooking different guy. We don't know who we cooked.
You don't need to know who you're cooking today. Don't worry. As in, I can't do this to Jacob. You won, and you still could not go above
This is
a United team that has -4.
this is the guy that gave me a talk about they're gonna win the Champions League.
You literally won. You literally won your game today.
Oh,
and
my
still
days.
remain in the same position, Jacob.
You
That's-
sure got a lot of chess for the bottom half of the table. What about the top half?
Oh, the top half of the table. Who
Oh, okay. Yeah. The top half of the table is a different story. I know. Yeah, you want to talk all that to me, but you ain't going to talk all that to your own self and your own fans. You ain't going to hold your same team to the same standards you hold me to. I got you.
I saw Husam's live stream. Oh, McAllister, the best midfielder, my Argentine, this, that. And when they popped you 3 in about 17 minutes right after that, I saw how your face dropped as well. Yes, you are winning the league, but that performance was crap today. You know it. Yes,
And you want to know why you aren't winning the league? Because your performance was crap yesterday.
Yes, you was.
Anyway.
I know it.
Mo will be joining us in a second, you guys. I think he's just he's on his way. So Mo will be joining us in a second. We have a surprise for. Oh, he's here actually. Man like Mo in the building. How you doing, Mo?
Where's Jacob?
He's up top.
I'm right
Mo,
here.
man. He won today. He's
Top
the only
row,
winner
baby.
in the whole panel,
Hey,
by the
top
way.
row. Get used to it now.
And actually, see, Hamza, I'm a fair person here. See, I'm very fair. Very fair. Very.
What did he beat fucking Parmesan cheese this weekend
No,
or
he-
what?
Actually, no.
Hold on,
shouldn't
he
be
drew
here.
to Palmer.
No, he drew to Parma. He shouldn't be. here.
Wallahi, the last time I saw Palmer,
Chelsea
wallahi,
are
they
a
had
shit
one
club
second.
now
Let me
for
name
going
it.
away at Brentford ain't
One
that
Bro,
second.
I just
Wallahi,
guessed it was
last time I
Parmesan
knew
cheese. I
Palmer
didn't know
lineup.
it was
One
actually
second.
Parmesan
What's up?
cheese. That
I
he
swear
played.
they actually drew to Parma. Wallah. They drew
One
to
second, he
Parma.
drew to Palmer.
the Chelsea ball.
Wallahi, the last time I know
Love a
Palmer.
little grated
one second.
Parmesan on my
One second.
spaghetti.
Who drew to Palmer?
What this fraud here? This fraud that cooked him in the Champions League final. This fraud
Oh,
that's
damn.
got a mic there saying more. Listen, with Pirelli tire as a sponsor. Listen, this last time I saw Palmer, they had Crespo as a striker, Barbo as a striker, Juan Sebastian Veron, Dino Baggio, wallahi. I remember they had Ariel Ortega, they had Thuram Cannavaro, and Buffon. Wallahi, that's the last time. These guys got relegated, and I told them they're back. The great Palmer. And they couldn't even beat the Palm. Bro, I'm telling you now, if Mo was in Premier League, you know, if Inter was in the Premier League, not top 3, top 14. Fact. Because, bro, if you throw into Palmer, imagine what Brentford will do to you. Imagine what Brentford will do or Fulham away. Bro, you can't hack those games. You come and give us, oh, you know, let me ask you a question. Name me great Palmer players that we know.
What is
Tell us
going on
about
today?
We need to know them. Tell us. There you are. We don't know because they're part-timer footballers probably. Some of them are part-timers. You know what I'm trying to say? Plumbers and school teachers at primary school. Evening they're playing in the Serie A. Do you think you would have been cooked? You would have never survived. This guy is a fraud. And he comes here telling me, oh, Hamza, let me ask you about Manchester City. Yeah, let me ask you about Parma. What happened? Tutu, you fraud. What happened? You're going to say, I'm still top of the league of Serie A. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. What happened? Lukaku's chasing you to the league title. Scott McTominay is chasing the league title. Do you think they used to do that to us? Yeah. Lukaku used to finish with Everton stressed. He got sent out for Chelsea after 6 months. So what's happening? What's happening, fraud?
Are you top of the league? What are
That's
you?
what you say. You're on top of a Farmers League. Go on. Go on.
I'm top of my league. Are you top of the league?
But
By the way, Hamza. By the way, Dayo, who do you play on Tuesday?
Who do I play on Tuesday? I play Madrid on Tuesday.
Ahmed, who do you play on Thursday?
Leon.
Ahmed, Chelsea, who do you play on Thursday?
Legia Warsaw.
Jacob, who do you play on Tuesday or Thursday?
Schnitzel FC.
Okay, Husam, are you gonna lift the league title?
Yes.
I play Bayern Munich. Hamza, who do you play on this midweek?
on Tuesday, my job is I'm doing feedback.
How do you play?
And you are next.
You don't play anyone.
I'm analyzing. I don't have the stress. I'm putting my feet down. Mwah. I'm
Hamza, hold on.
That's my job.
Sam, how much did you
I'm
spend
not
in
complaining, but that's
January?
my job.
How much did I spend in January? Zilch.
How much did you spend in the summer?
10 million euros.
Dayo, did you sign anyone in January?
Why? No, my club doesn't do that.
Ahmed, did you sign anyone in January?
Dogu.
Dogu.
Did you sign anyone in January?
PS5s don't focus.
No, we didn't, bro. We didn't sign anyone.
Jacob, did you sign anyone in January?
They borrowed Matthias Tell. They just
Yeah,
borrowed.
yeah, we got Tell,
Hamza.
the King of Kinky, and then another Danso.
Hamza, who did you sign in January?
Let me take out my wallet, you bloody cheapskate that
How
doesn't have
much?
money. What? I bought all these cards. What? I spend my money.
So
But I
you-
know I can afford it.
So
I
you
have the
have,
money to spend.
so you have the money.
Chef Mansour's got money to
you-
spend. I can splash.
You,
it.
you
You're
have the money.
cheapskate looking for free
Yet
transfer.
you
Can
had the
spend
money.
I've got the
Yet
money.
yet
I'm enjoying life. I'll splash my money.
yet you
You
scraped
go
the
get
draw
Nick
today
Italian
against the shit
2025.
Man
You
United.
still got 20.
Yet-
You got Anatovic from Stoke.
Yet
You're
you
asking me,
Yet
did you
you
spend your
scraped
money?
today. I'm not
Look
gonna
at your
scream
place.
against
You
him.
go,
I'm
bro.
tired for this shit.
Shameless
bro.
guy, man. I love it.
Husam.
Yet
know what-
Hamza scraped the draw
That's one
against
thing I'll never
Wash.
ever complain.
He said
I've
that
got
Man
money
United
to
are not a
spend
big.
this summer. I love this
he's-
game a lot.
Hamza, can you not give us a headache? Yet he said that Man United are not a big team anymore. Yet you scraped the draw today. 0-0 at
Yeah, I know it's a shame. That
at
one I
Old
give.
Trafford. Yes. And where are you in the top 5 now, Hamza?
Me, I love. I'm chasing.
Where
I'm chasing
are you
things.
now? Where are you? I'm not asking
I'm
you if
fifth.
you're
I'm fifth,
chasing
but we don't know where I'm gonna finish.
Newcastle. Where are you gonna finish?
Me, I'm definitely in Champions League.
Definitely, 100%.
Bro, me and Real Madrid have to be guaranteed Champions League.
Okay, hold
We
on.
don't
Hold on.
Champions League without us.
I want you now to we're gonna do a forfeit if you don't do Champions League. You put your chest out and you do a forfeit.
You're guaranteed
You do a
Champions League because you're playing that.
You do a forfeit. Okay, you do a forfeit if you don't make You said by your own words you're gonna make a Champions League. You do a forfeit. I'm gonna let the chat decide what you will do. You wear an Arsenal shirt on the stream if you don't make Champions League.
No, not Arsenal. I'm not wearing that.
Liverpool,
Sorry.
Liverpool,
I'm
Man
not
United,
Exactly.
Man United.
I'm not wearing any
You
of
do
my.
a forfeit. Why are you scared? I thought you.
I'm not
trust
wearing
your
shirts.
manager.
I'm not wearing my rival shirt.
I thought you have a lot of money though. I thought
Huh?
you have a lot of money.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that
You have
shirt.
a- you have a
I'm not
lot
doing
of
that
money.
shirt.
What are
I
you
did
gonna do?
first time and I regret.
You have to do something. Can you do a Gary Lineker and sit on the stream naked from top?
If I show up for myself, I have an 8-pack. I know people are gonna go to the gym next day.
Okay.
Crying like a sow.
Okay then.
I don't
Here
want
you
to
go,
do people like you lot.
Here you go, guys. End of the season stream. If Hamza doesn't make Champions League, he's gonna sit on the stream naked. It's okay. If it happened on TV, it's not gonna get demonetized. Gary Lineker did it on mainstream media. Mainstream media, and it's not cancelled.
Never.
Why are we all
do it,
getting
bro.
punished? That's what I want to know. Why
Yes,
can't we
that's
all
true. We
like?
don't deserve this.
Alright, don't
Anyway,
be like this.
What did
Don't
we
be
do
like-
to
don't be
deserve
like
a
this.
naked
Don't be
Hamza?
like this. Don't be like
Guys,
this.
دقيقة.
I don't know how they operate in Italy, but
Big up to
Shit.
Jack who says after we lost today.
Gary Lineker did it.
I looked at
Yeah,
the sky.
never
and
forget
looked at
which
the
side
sky.
of the bridge Italy was on in World War II.
So this is what it's been. What it's been like being an Arsenal. and United.
Husam, can you rearrange this? Can you restructure?
Nasty work. That was nasty work. That was nasty work. I respect it though.
Husam,
That's nasty.
I hold people accountable for their actions. Italy's
I
not
love
immune.
it. I love it, man. I love it, man.
I love it. I'd love it if we beat them. I'd love it. Big up to you, my guy, Jack. Raise your hand if your team won this weekend. Well, there's only going to be one hand raised, mate, because it's only Jacob. It's the only one that won. No one else won. So.
Hi.
Yeah,
What's it like?
But said, raise your hand if you won. He's the only one that won. And then he lagged
And,
out.
and he's lagged as well. That's how uncommon it is.
That's crazy, mate. That's crazy.
Is Jacob
Yeah.
gone?
My Kenyan brother Hamza, lots of love from your brother of South Sudan. Look what we have, similar flags. If you fail to win FA Cup, City and United will be out of meaningful European Cups.
Damn.
Respond, please.
Hamza's on mute.
Sorry, I was muted.
He's gonna act now like he didn't hear the question.
No, I did. I think. Listen, if we fail to win the FA Cup, then it's a disgrace. I said it to you. It's already a disgrace being fourth. I've not been here before. Husam stopped me winning 7 in a row. I won 6 in 7 years, which I'm still disappointed at Husam. This year, I'll finish top 5 because I know I'm finishing top 5. But I know the guy up there, I don't know what he looks to be looking away. I don't know whether he's going to be finishing top 5.
Well, listen, worry about yourself, mate. You know what I mean? We're fourth. Where are you? That's what I like to think, man.
Are you going to finish top 5? Do you think?
We should, yes,
We will
have
get to that in a second. We'll get to that. Hamza's such a fraud. Shows chest here, but cries like a kid on his watch along. Every game, his team should get 2 to 3 penalties, and other teams 2 to 3 red cards. Hey, that's the Hamza's special right there. The hypocrisy that only Hamza can display in the whole planet. You get me? So and get away with it because he smiles nicely. So big up to you, K Praj. Big up
Listen,
to Kurd.
I'm there.
Hamza cooks that fraud. Send him Bergamo pasta. Is what Kurd is saying. Yeah, we can't even see you, Jacob, by the way. We literally can't even see you. Try to leave and rejoin. Big up to Gonzo says his internet couldn't even believe Spurs won. That is true. Even his internet couldn't believe it. But he is back.
He still doesn't believe now.
Bro, why'd I get booted as soon as I started trying to brag a little bit? Damn.
Yeah, you were bragging and got... Yeah, let's... Guess the lesson from that is don't brag.
I don't know if y'all heard me, but I said, what's it like to be holding all them L's, y'all bunch of losers? I don't even know why I'm hanging out with y'all.
Sam, you still refuse to do what I asked you to do. I've been trying to tell you since. How can I be on the second row when I'm second on the table, even though I drew? And Manchester United, who is 17th on the table, drew as well.
Because that's not how we do
Everton.
it.
No,
Man United getting a draw against Man City is a good result.
How is it a
Chelsea
good
are
result?
shit, so them drawing away at Brentford ain't that deep.
Man City is what? Man City is what this season? Please.
Man City is shit, so they're in the same row as you. This guy drew with Parma.
So you're putting United.
There's always
There's
logic
a
behind.
massive air coming through my thing, bro.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah, someone
fucking
has a
having
loud,
this,
like,
bro?
Jacob, close your garage.
Who's
Jacob,
got the
close
air
your
conditioner
garage.
on, man? He's got the air conditioner on, man.
Jacob, close your garage.
I don't know.
Garage door.
Mute
You
Jacob.
talking about
kiddo.
me?
Jacob, mute Jacob, mute.
Yeah, man.
Just mute, Jacob. Oh, yeah.
Back,
Yeah,
his
what's
back
it?
doors,
It's you.
his back
Yeah,
doors
it's
open,
the
just like
garage.
Spurs.
It's the garage
Your
door.
back door is open. Your garage is open, Jacob. I can hear your neighbors driving up and down, doing barbecue outside.
Yeah, man, I'm right here on the border of fucking Juarez and El Paso, bro. It's shit getting crazy out here. Y'all gotta listen.
You have one of the most expensive microphones out there for podcasts. You can absolutely
Dubs
do noise
only.
cancellation,
Dubs only.
and you
They got
work
echo
in tech.
cancellation.
Echo
Dubs only.
cancellation.
Let's start off the stream.
Is it
Only
real
one
bad?
place-
I'll just mute
It's
myself.
bad.
I'll mute when I talk.
No.
Okay, by the way, guys, we have a surprise for you guys. OG member of Ahwa is here, man, like Staffy is in the building. How you doing, Staffy?
السلام
Don't
عليكم
cry.
ورحمة
Don't
الله
cry.
وبركاته.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
It seems that that's
My
not connection.
internet
What's up with
goes
the
out
internet
now.
connection?
Hamza,
Have they
don't
paid
cry,
the
man.
thing?
Don't-
They've
don't
let go
cry.
a lot of staff members,
Don't cry.
and they're
Don't cry.
eating fish. They're eating baked beans and toast every day.
Hamza, I heard you were looking
It's
for
on,
me.
yeah, it's on, yeah. Because they told their staff members
Hey.
they're not allowed to eat in the canteen. Wallahi, I feel sorry for them. They're scumbags. Imagine you come to work, you used to eat in the canteen and you're told, yo, we can't afford
Yeah,
it.
عمي better stop waffling. والله.
Anyway, guys,
me.
let's start off the stream. 750 people in the building. Let's get the likes up early. Everyone, please hit the like button. Everyone, please subscribe. Big up all the super chats. Thank you guys so much for always showing us love. Let's just like the video and subscribe early because you know how Ahwa gets. I don't have time to interrupt to just say like and subscribe. So just like and subscribe, innit? Anyway, Manchester Derby. Manchester Derby. Only one place to start. Ahmed, I'm
Hold
starting
on.
with you.
No. We're
What's
starting Fulham Liverpool.
No, we're gonna
Shush,
start
shush,
Manchester
You
Derby.
lost your game. We're
No,
starting
we're
your
gonna start
game.
with the Derby. That's what.
No,
Shush,
that
shush.
is a draw. It's a boring draw. Simple as that. Let's
You
go
are
with
the only
you.
one who actually lost, right? Everybody else here
You lost.
and won.
The guys are fraud.
At least everybody.
Guys, let's go back to Manchester Derby.
You went home with
You
zero.
know, you shameful guy. Don't you have some shame, wallahi?
I think they're cooking, bro.
What
think
there's
they're
no
cooking.
shame.
What are you talking about here?
We're
you have
sitting in Manchester Derby, like, no shame, looking at the camera, and the
Why
fans
are
here waiting for
Why
Saad
are
to go.
Liverpool fans crying in the chat because we want to talk about their game?
We're just starting with the big game today.
The big game today was Fulham Liverpool.
Hamza, why are you
Yeah?
trying to dodge
So
the
we're
Manchester
starting with the
Derby?
big game. We're
Yeah, why
starting
you
with
trying to
Tottenham,
dodge it?
Southampton.
Wait.
Manchester-
You know what I'm
it's
sensing
Manchester
here?
Derby day.
Hassan, I know what it is.
You don't mind Staffy.
Insecurity,
But
man.
you are
Insecurity. Hamza,
Yeah,
I mean,
anyway,
Hassan, I know what it
talk
is.
first. Go ahead, Ahmed. Talk about the Manchester Derby today, and then we'll let
This is
everyone
the first
chime
time
in.
I
Go
agree
ahead.
with Hamza on anything. Right? How are we
Yeah.
talking about the team that drew first? We should talk about a team that lost first.
Like,
Yeah,
we
we
We're
should
talking
talk
about a team that won. Haha.
The team that won is going to be the final icing on the cake.
Lazy up some Hunter's
Yeah, Tottenham
Nasty
Hotspur.
work.
The team that
Greatest
Nasty
team the
work.
world has ever seen.
Congrats, you beat the worst relegated team in Premier League history. Now sit on the
Congratulations,
side,
yeah,
please.
No. We're the greatest team the galaxy's ever seen. So
you consider
Well,
Hey,
in the table.
you can say you relegated them, though. There you go. That's a trophy
Yeah.
for you this season.
Guys, can I ask you something on
we
this
got
stream?
Hasenhudl sacked and we
Guys,
relegated them. So hey, talk to
can
me
I ask
nicely.
Because we are 8 people here, guys. We cannot have side conversations between 2 people while others are talking.
This is true. So,
Yeah, I
Ahmed,
think we should
Oh,
go.
I'm sorry. I thought we were talking
Because,
about the big game, the biggest game of the
yes,
weekend.
we are.
Tottenham
Ahmed,
versus
go ahead.
Southampton.
No one gives a fuck. Ahmed, go ahead.
15 minutes.
Those
you consider-
Southampton
Yeah.
fans are fucking going back to the championship, so I think they care.
I'm not
I
saying-
promise you, 49,000 subscribers. Not one single Southampton fan is subscribed to this channel, so we're
Husam,
good.
50 Husam,
Go ahead.
Wow.
15 minutes you consider.
يا احمد خلصنا يا حبيبي يلا talk
Why
about
is
the-
Husam deciding what we're talking about?
Bro, everyone's
We're not doing this.
listen.
We're not
Everyone's
talking-
speaking
we're
in
not
it.
talking about Liverpool. We're talking about Liverpool.
مؤمن قبل ما
You
يصير build up
consider
بعدين
3
بدنا
goals
ندخل
in
الموضوع
15 minutes Liverpool. 3 goals in
ابني.
15 minutes. Don't sit
خلي
there.
Hey,
يبدأ
build up.
من الأول.
Anyway.
Yeah,
anyway.
First. No,
Anyway, the derby. I don't know why Hamza is throwing a tantrum. He just needs to sit down and just realize that his club's tiny in it. So let's move that to the side, and let's move on to the actual game. Yeah, because he's been crying, saying, "Oh, why are we talking about this?" I watched Kevin De Bruyne. You know, he said he's better than Zidane. This guy was moving like a 75-year-old. Like he was awful to the. But anyway, for me, that game was rubbish. Didn't really see anything. It was a dead derby. That is arguably the worst derby I've ever seen in my life. Nothing happened. Toothless performance. I mean, we had some chances here and there. Dayo put in a cross to Garnacho in the box. I don't know what he was doing. He fell over. He had some bare chances. You also had Xerxes coming off the bench. You know, he did more than Højlund. And overall, like, I can't really... I don't know what to even say about that game, honestly speaking, because I thought Mazraoui was solid. Dayo was solid. Casemiro put in a very good performance. Bruno, this is one of Bruno's better games. He kept it simple. He kept it moving. Like, I think the last time I watched that type of Bruno performance was the second half against Liverpool. But we know that with Bruno is that it's not going to be like this for a long time. So for now, he did this thing. Not to, I mean, the 2 players that really, three players that really annoyed me today is Dorgu, Højlund, and Garnacho. Like, they were awful. Dorgu's passing wasn't good. Garnacho, there was an opportunity when we first kicked off and we went on the counter attack straight away, and then he won the free kick. I feel like he should have released the ball a lot quicker because Bruno was free. And then what else? Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other chances we had.
Did it annoy you?
Yeah, Agati was awful in possession. Like, Agati was rubbish, like, in possession. I remember there was a time here where Mazraoui gave it to him and he miscontrolled it and then City countered straight away. So I didn't see the point of us starting Agati. I didn't see the point of it. Like, you could have just played Bruno and Casemiro together, maybe play with a more attacking player. I just think his whole approach here was very it was obvious that what he was trying to do, like just hit them on the break. But we could have beat this. We should have actually beat Man City comfortably. We should have beaten them. This City team, did not create a single chance. Phil Foden stank it out. Dayo handled every single player on that side comfortably. Mazraoui played well. Lenny Yoro defended really solid as well. Onana had a few shots that he had to save from Marmoush, a couple of chances, but they didn't really break our defense like that. I thought defensively we handled them. So and midfield wise, they don't really have like mobile midfield. We could have easily bypassed them if he was a bit more aggressive and a bit more direct. But yeah, man, I think overall like the game wasn't
hype. Don't
great.
forget that.
Yeah,
you still hammer him out then. You still hammer him out.
Of course I'm hammering him out. Like, that performance wasn't good. Like, his approach wasn't good either. Like, it wasn't a good performance.
Hammer him out.
Like,
wait, so we established from your monologue though that
watch out
to win because you said we should have won.
We should have won, not because we should have won this game, because Man City are rubbish. Arsenal just beat them 5-1.
Yeah, but we're not as good as Arsenal, so.
But the thing is, we've got the players to beat Man City. We really do.
Not really. You just named our two attackers that you said annoyed you.
The two attackers that your manager likes. He likes Garnacho. He likes Højlund.
Y'all's manager.
He doesn't like
he's your manager as well.
My manager.
No, but he doesn't.
He's y'all's manager, as far as I understand.
You know what it is? How can you complain about Højlund's lack of quality, Garnacho's lack of quality, when Amorim clearly favours them? He literally does. Let's just be honest. He likes them counter-attacking players who run around, getting behind with zero quality. He doesn't like the players like a Xerxes. You see how Kobe's performed this season. He really doesn't. He really doesn't. Like, we've seen him from his cameo.
So if they're not Douglas Benito, they ain't.
He doesn't like them, bro. It's obvious. We know what he's trying to do. There's a reason why. Yeah, there's a reason why he bangs on about Mason Mount and the physicality nonsense and I like this and he's such a good kid, bro. Like, bro, at this point he wants to marry him or something. Like, I don't know what his obsession is with Mason Mount. And
so what is he meant to play? They
bro,
got Mason Mount, man. What are you my mates for?
Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like the player selection.
Yeah, but who's he meant to play if he's gonna take all these players out? Other than Xerxes, who else is he supposed to play? Because you named 3 of the attackers that you don't like. I'd rather Mason Mount play than Garnacho, but you don't like Mason Mount either.
Yeah, so Mason Mount. If you're gonna say like which one would I rather have, Mason Mount or Garnacho, I'm choosing Mason Mount. But my point is that the players that he's favouring aren't good enough, and the ones that we're complaining about, he's constantly playing
because there's no one else to play.
I mean, when we had other options before before January, there were better players.
Who, Rashford and Anthony?
Anthony's a better player than Garnacho. Should have utilised him a lot more.
I agree. I think Anthony's better, but
Anthony should have. The thing is,
which one's more coachable out of Garnacho and Anthony?
No, but the thing is, this is my issue. I don't like Rashford. That's all. I don't like him. Honestly,
which one wins the better boxers though? That is
huh?
Balls, bro.
No. I mean, I remember United fans arguing over which one could do better for Amorim, which one is more coachable, etc. And everyone said Garnacho.
No, but the thing is, how many times has he?
Not everyone.
How many times, has he played like Dayo at a position? Played him as a left wing back. Everyone can see he's not comfortable there. The minute he plays in his natural position, he has a good performance. Surprise, surprise. You don't need to be a genius about it.
Because we didn't have anyone, Ahmed.
We did.
This is why I have an issue with you, by the way.
We do.
We do. You say are not wrong.
No.
Disingenuous.
They're not disingenuous because Anthony could have easily played on either flanks in terms of the wing backs. He could have played. Just because he's been a flop here does not mean that he cannot do a much better job and a more effective job than a Garnacho here. Because wing backs, Garnacho's not good on the ball. Anthony's much better on the ball. He can retain the ball. He knows what to do, up and down, and he's tenacious and he's direct as well. He can do it. He can do that job. Garnacho, he falls over, can't keep it, and that's it. So for him, he clearly favours Garnacho and rates him higher. Hence why he was able to let go of Anthony. That is a red flag. It's a red flag. Whether you like Anthony.
So see, here's why I say you're disingenuous, and I don't want to get into this debate because we're supposed to cook Hamza a little bit more. You know damn well that Anthony left because between him and Garnacho not being good enough, I think Anthony's better by the way. If Anthony was on 50K a week, like Garnacho is, while Garnacho's on 200 plus K a week, like Anthony was, I promise you Garnacho would have left first. He didn't let go of Anthony just because he's not good. It's because he wasn't good and he's getting 5 times the pay that Garnacho's getting.
I don't think it's got anything to do with the wages. No, but it's not disingenuous because if you're going to talk about like, oh, the reason why we got rid of Anthony was because of the wages, yeah, bro. Like, there's other players that he likes who are on big money. Mason Mount's on a big money. He kept him.
How is he going to leave? He was injured. Do you think anyone was
No,
going to
but
Mount's value, but Ahmed Mount's value right now is tanked. So,
bro, whether his value
was not going to get loaned out while he was injured. Bro, what are we doing here? He was injured in January.
Okay, he was injured, yeah, but you're missing the point. If he was available and free, and he was fit, yeah, and Amarim could play him. He's on more money than Anthony. First of all, he wouldn't have sold him.
Both of them are 200.
He wouldn't have sold him. That's my point. He would not have sold Mason Mount, despite him being on high wages. So Anthony being on a lot of money doesn't have anything to do with why he's not at the club. Casemiro's still here. You've also got Bruno, who's still here, who's on a lot of money, and he said categorically outside that, do not sell Bruno, keep him, and he's on their money,
unlike anyone else.
Who?
You can't put him in the same category as these players.
You can. I mean, you can.
Bruno's outperforming all these guys. I don't need to like Bruno.
Who's he outperforming?
All these guys.
Why are you both arguing with each other? Can we speak about like how shit City are as well?
Yeah, I could shit on City. Listen.
Yeah,
I think everyone could have coached a better game today. I agree. If Ahmed would have said he should have done the subs a little bit earlier, I would have agreed with him. I think when Ahmed just says, "Oh, Garnacho's shit," and he persists with him, I'd say let's wait until we address it in the summer. Because these are the things that I agree with. I just know that there's no replacements for them in this current team.
Why do
I
you
like
play
Xerxes more than them? Of course I do.
You know when Dogu's making them runs, yeah, like as the wing backs, and then Xerxes, for instance, drops deep, and then Dogu can hurt City in the defense by running at them. Yeah, why not?
If Garnacho's not there, Dogu would have played better. I actually tweeted that. I said, why are they holding hands? Because they were always in each other's space. They didn't know what to do, and it's more because Garnacho's brain dead versus Dogu. But I want to cook Hamza a little bit. I think we need to focus on Hamza because apparently Hamza was rattled when I said on the terrace today that Pep is washed or he's entering that era where he's washed. And apparently people coming to me in the chat saying, "Oh, Hamza's raging because of you. Hamza's angry. Hamza's looking for you." So I was like, you know what, Husam, can you send me the link because I want to speak with Hamza. Please, Hamza, tell me what upsets you when I say that. Because, by the way, this manager that me and Ahmed are debating over, and Ahmed doesn't think he's good enough, outcoached your manager 3 times this season. He beat him twice and drew with him today in arguably a game that we should have won. In 3 games, he coached teams to have more XG than your manager. And your manager is apparently the GOAT. So please, Hamza, tell me what you have an issue with.
Let me rebuttal this, yeah? Number 1, this manager, I've said it before. So you look at the whole situation. This manager is the only manager in history that's done 4 in a row. There's no doubt. Yeah? He's been here for how long? How long has Pep been here?
10 years?
10 years. How many titles has he won?
That's not the point I argued.
Oh, no, 1 second. Let's go. Because you always look at the background. You have to. You can't just say, "Oh, that guy's washed." So let me go back. In the last 7 years,
he's washed season.
1 second. He's won 6. No, he's won 6 in the last 7 years. Is that an incredible achievement? Yes. Has anyone ever done 4 in a row? Never. Who was the greatest manager before him? Fergie. Did Fergie ever do 4 in a row? No. Why?
No, but Fergie's not a criminal. That's
Allah, here we go. The history.
1 second. There's a reason.
Let him walk for
There's a reason.
Every time you criticize
there's a reason.
opens up the history DVD.
He said rebuttal. Let me rebuttal.
Let him finish and I'll cook him out.
Yeah.
He's the only manager that's won 4 in a row.
Husam, 100%. Husam, do you not classify that as an amazing achievement? Do you really not classify winning 3?
The date today is 6th April. We're here to talk about
let him bury himself, Husam. It's an easy comeback here.
No, 1 second. Winning 4 in a row is amazing. Whether you like it or not. It comes to a point no one has ever done it in history of football. Yeah, no one has ever done it, Husam.
Hamza,
yeah, you're
can I ask you a question?
Never ever won 1.
Hamza, I have a question for you.
The shame
Hamza, I have a question.
Is you just making.
What does Gerard have to do with this? Ferguson won 13.
Hamza, you're not gonna waffle your way out of this. No, Hamza, you gotta wait now.
Football. Your great legend has never won 1. He's won 6 in 7 years.
It has nothing to do. No, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. I have to stop you.
No, United can ask you. He has Ferguson.
Let me go back.
You're not going to ruffle your way out of this. Hamza, bring it back to Pep. We're not going to talk about Gerard.
In 1.
I can shout to Hamza.
Klopp threw the towel. He's come this season.
What's Klopp got to do with anything? Why is he rattled?
Don't make me get in a shouting match.
When you talk about Liverpool, I'm going to talk about Arsenal.
Let me rebuttal one.
Yeah, when he tells you lost to Fulham, mention that you won the league a couple of seasons ago.
We're going to go like we won the league.
1 second. So Fergie did 2 in a row. 2002, 2003, 2003, 2004. What happened subsequent to his 2 in a row? What did
he won 3 in a row, not 2 in a row. Don't lie.
No. 1 second. I'm going back to that. We'll come back to that. Let's go back. Okay. He did 2 in a row. After that 2 in a row, where did he finish? In 2003, 2004? Do you remember?
I think 3rd.
He finished 3rd in his 3rd season. And where did he finish in FA Cup?
No. See, so we're not gonna do that.
We're not gonna do that.
You didn't win the FA Cup yet. You didn't win the FA Cup yet.
We're gonna break it down so you understand.
Hamza, you have to stop here.
But I'm showing you can't utilize this argument as a manager, because I could have said about Fergie.
You did. I didn't bring up the titles he won.
You're cooking yourself.
You have to wait. Hamza, stop. You're waffling. Hamza, you have to stop. I don't want to shout. No, wait, Hamza, stop. You're taking away the conversation.
Can we not do a shouting match? Can we not do a shouting match, please, guys?
Hamza, there's 8 people here. You cannot speak 17 minutes every answer.
You have to let me go back and forth with you.
Let's have a conversation back and forth.
In the 4th round.
Hamza, you have to let me go back and forth with you because I present this argument.
Sam, mute him.
No, bye.
Hamza, you gotta let me speak now because you are lying. Hamza.
Why did you not let me finish? And then I can let you finish. Then I'll keep quiet.
Hamza, you're talking about Gerard and Klopp. You're never gonna finish.
You see how disrespectful it is. Like when you say, I'm saying, let me finish because it hurts you. You see why you can't let me talk? Because he hurts
something irrelevant. I don't care about Gerard.
You're speaking proper information. You're being told.
You're lying.
You can't mute because now I can unmute myself. 1 second.
I'm gonna give you 30 more seconds.
Ahmed, you are still watching Teletubbies then. Let me finish. Yeah?
Teletubbies on.
The League Cup, he finished. He got knocked out of West Brom. He got knocked out.
No, I'm gonna reply to
Porto. That's his 1st season. Okay, that's it. That's his 1 season. That's how Pep is ending up. But Pep is not ending up as bad as this. His subsequent season, where did he end up again? 3rd. So 2 years in a row, Fergie finishes 3rd. Where did he finish in the FA Cup? Runners up, League Cup, semis, UEFA Cup final, round of 16. Monaco. 1 second. So 2 years, Fergie hasn't won it. Me, I respect Fergie. Yeah, his 3rd year. Fergie. 1 second. He's Fergie, and guess who he signed?
Stop looking at information on your computer, bro.
Signed Wayne Rooney.
Look how he talks and then he goes like this and speaks again and looks like this.
Wayne Rooney. He's just
trying to have his arse, isn't it? That's what
he finished 2 3rd place. Yeah, 2 3rd.
He's using ChatGPT for support. That's what he's doing. He's using ChatGPT.
1 second.
He's using extra subscriptions to back his point. He's just waffling.
No, 1 second. In 2005, 2006, where did he finish?
2nd. Yalla, khalas. I already know what you're gonna say. I know what my club's history.
I'm saying to you, look what Fergie spent a lot of money to achieve that, and then his 4th season. Then he won.
That is a lie because those 3 years he was rebuilding a team.
This is
I'm about
why.
To smoke you right now because you buried yourself a lot.
1 second. I don't know. This is why I never disrespected Fergie in terms of that. I looked at the achievement he's won. Pep there's mistakes he made. As the same mistakes that Fergie made. Fergie made a mistake such as selling out Stam on the last day, breeding an old Laurent Blanc. It cost him a season. I've seen it. He brought Massimo Taibi. I'll never forget it. As the keeper. Yeah? It cost him a league title. Pep arrogance has cost him this season. Yes. If you tell me Staffy, he was arrogant, he underestimated, he made mistakes. Tell me all the. I'll tell you. Pep went to this season 3 years in a row, not going to the transfer market, signing washed players, thinking he can do it, cutting the score down, thinking he can be arrogant, he can bully everyone in. Yes, Staffy, you can cook him as much as you want. Tactics, yes. You can cook him now. Yes, Staffy, I'll keep quiet. But to say the word washed is, if he's washed, Jurgen Klopp is what? If
Jurgen Klopp is not coaching, so I don't need to speak.
No. If he's washed, what would Fergie be?
Fergie won the.
Fergie was shit.
You left after a title.
Thank you, Ahmed. And this is where I was going to go with this. Khalas, Hamza, let's Hamza, khalas, enough with your monologue, because you said a lot of information that actually leads me on to prove my point even more. You mentioned Fergie finishing third, and second, but guess what happened during that time while he was building a team that finished third, and second? He built a team that got another three-peat after the one he did in the early in the late 90s when he won the treble and he got the three-peat. He went to win the league. Not a three-peat, like three in a row. Like not.
Which year did you do 3 in a row?
Hamza, that's not the point right now.
No, let's be specific because people want to listen to that part.
He won the treble and then he won 2 leagues after that. So it started in 99 and he got like 2 more after that.
So he won the treble, then he missed the title, then he won the title again. And then he missed 3 in a row.
Exactly.
He lost 3.
So he went 3 years in a row without winning. Hamza, I know the history. I went 3 years in a row without the league. Hamza, let me speak.
You're going to lose 3 in a row. I put money there.
So this is beautiful. This is why I want to talk about this. Yeah. You mentioned him finishing third, and second. When he first finished third, and second, he ended up winning the league, and he won it again, and he won it again with a Champions League, which potentially could have been another treble. So he won 3 years in a row. And when he didn't win, and we lost to Ahmed's Chelsea, guess where we finished? We finished second, and then we won it again. Of all the things that you mentioned, Hamza, you failed to tell me that once Fergie, after winning 3 in a row, like Pep won 4 in a row, did Fergie finish outside the top 4? And that's where you're finishing this year. Okay, you're finishing outside the top 4.
Guess what?
No, I don't want to speak about that, Hamza. You're finishing. One second, Hamza. You're finishing outside the top 4.
Yeah.
When Fergie, in his last season, by the way, since you mentioned what, Fergie retired as a Premier League champion. That's something that I can't guarantee that Pep will do. Maybe, but you can't guarantee it based on the projections right now. And when he lost in the Champions League, we lost to Real Madrid. So arguably, what a lot of people thought we got robbed from, where we should have never had that card with the red card with
lost to Monaco.
This
you
season,
finished bottom of the group in the Champions League. You finished
in his last season
of the group with Villarreal. I'll never forget.
Not in his last season. See, Hamza, you gotta let me finish because now you're lying again. Mute him, man. He's ruffling. Mute him, man. We finished the last season as Premier League champions.
Hamza, you have to let others talk. Let Staffy talk.
We won the Premier League in his last season, so he never got washed in the league. And we lost in the quarterfinal to Real Madrid when they had Ronaldo. Arguably,
last season. In his third season, he finished. Let me name the guys. 1 second. You have in his third season. In his third season, he finished bottom of the group to Villarreal, Benfica, and oh my God.
In 2013, we didn't finish bottom of the group. This guy's lying. What are you waffling about? We lost to Real Madrid. So you just got exposed for lying. You're checking incorrect stats.
Bro, get out of here, man. If so, I'm sending him home, man. Lock him up in jail.
What are you talking about?
No, but the thing is, with Hamza. No, but Staffy, you know what it is with Hamza. You know what it is with Hamza. Hamza is.
You think Pep will finish?
No, 1 second, Ahmed. Because this guy's waffling. We're talking about the manager being washed. Fergie, let me finish, Hamza. I don't want to shout, Hamza. Stop making me shout, Hamza.
Sorry, hold on.
I'm comparing his last season. 1 second, Dayo, please. I finally got him to stop. In his last season, Fergie won the Premier League and lost in the
finish. Hamza, stop lying. Hamza,
you're so annoying. Let me finish. I don't care about his third season. Because guess what? You're talking about Monaco.
Let Staffy talk, Hamza.
That's the same Monaco that knocked. Sorry, not Monaco. That's the same league where Lyon knocked you out of the semi-final, and I didn't bring that to mention that your manager's washed.
Semi-final, no group stage.
Fergie's last season, he lost in the quarterfinal. Where are you this season? You're making playoffs. And you're getting bounced out of Real Madrid. You finished in playoff. In the first ever version of the Champions League. Stop yelling because I won't stop talking. In the first version of the new Champions League format, big Manchester City finished in the playoff spots, and you lost to one of the worst versions of Real Madrid.
You lost.
I saw people like Will saying, get him out of the club. Fergie left as a Premier League champion. You are sitting 5th right now.
No, okay.
That is the fact that you don't want to deal with.
He signed Eric Jemba, flop.
You signed Tim Howard. Jemba has nothing to do with the last season. You just signed Mermouche. You signed Kosanov. You signed Nico Gonzalez. They're all sitting on the bench today in a team that in a game you couldn't win.
He finished 3rd.
You're not allowing me to give real information out there because you're waffling.
After Cristiano Ronaldo and Luis Saha.
What does that have to do with his last season?
2 more players.
What does that have to do with his last season?
No, hold on. And the 3rd season, he went and signed Nemanja Vidic.
What does that have to do with his last season?
He had 3 seasons and you finished bottom of the group.
And guess what? All that and you went to win 3 after that.
Yet he's washed. Your man would have been washed during that era.
And guess what? All these signings that you said were shit in Jemba, he still went and won the league 3 years in a row.
Okay, no, but that's what we're talking about this season. Pep 2 missed one.
Is Pep gonna go and win another 3-peat or a 4-peat
next season?
Hamza, is Pep gonna go win a 3-peat from now?
That 3 will never happen to Pep because he's gonna play Champions League.
And Fergie never finished 5th. So what's your point?
We might win the FA Cup.
You deflected Fergie because of your insecurities about Pep.
In front of everyone.
You deflected Fergie because of your insecurities about Pep. And that's why you're not letting me speak. There's how many people watching us right now, Husam? Over 1,000 people watching at least?
900, yeah.
There's 900 people watching. They're seeing you being insecure about Pep, deflecting onto Fergie, and you're not letting me finish with any facts that I'm trying to state. You're not letting me finish. And you're deflecting to Fergie's years before he went and won another 3-peat and a Champions League, and he won 4 Premier Leagues in 5 years, because I'm telling you, Pep is finishing 5th. Pep signed Nico Gonzalez for 60 million in January. You signed Kosanov for 50 million in January. You signed Omar Mermouche, and today he doesn't even trust him to put him on the pitch. And instead, he's starting that mouse, Bernardo Silva, who does nothing. He's starting to wash. Respect to KDB, but he is washed. He's starting to wash players on the pitch because he doesn't want to trust the younger players. Your rebuild, he doesn't even trust these players. So when you told me cook him, he already admitted that he should have rebuilt in the summer, and he didn't. He's sitting 5th, and people were giving him excuse saying he's rebuilding. If he's rebuilding, why are these young players not on the pitch? If he's starting today, young players like Kosanov, young players like Nico Gonzalez, Omar Mermouche, what's his name, Savinho, and I'm saying fair enough, these guys are still inexperienced, and they need time to develop. I'll say fair enough. But today he's playing Gundogan and Kovacic in the midfield. You know why? Because he doesn't want to trust him. Why is he starting Bernardo on the wing? Because he doesn't want to trust Savinho and Doku. He's not even putting Omar Mermouche in
that one I agree.
He's starting Foden, even though he hasn't been performing and he's missing sitters today.
That one I agree.
But you want to deflect on the Fergie.
Guess what? That one I agree. But I guarantee you, Pep Guardiola might walk away with an FA Cup. And that's a big achievement.
We sacked Ten Hag for winning an FA Cup.
He might bring an FA Cup, which is
he sacked Ten Hag for winning an FA Cup.
Trophy.
And Van Gaal as well.
He might finish in the Champions League spot.
And Van Gaal.
When Fergie, on that season, he was getting knocked out to Millwall. Millwall in the FA Cup. League.
Guess what? You're sitting in the top 5. You're outside of the top 4 because of Nottingham Forest.
In a Real and League. And you're shameless here. Coming here with Fergie.
No, Espirito Santo is doing better than your manager this year. And your manager is the GOAT. So why can I not call out your manager the GOAT for finishing behind Nuno Espirito Santo? Nuno Espirito Santo is the same manager Jacob's team sacked because he wasn't good enough. But he's the head of your manager this year. But I can't say that he's bad. You know what you're doing, Hamza? It's like fans back in the day when Muhammad Ali got washed and people wouldn't accept it. Because Muhammad Ali at some point was the GOAT. But for Muhammad Ali to get washed, he had to go from the process from being the GOAT to actually not being good enough again.
No,
you think that Pep is never going to go to that. And I'm telling you that he is. That is why you're insecure.
The problem is you guys can see that. The fact that he won 2 in a row, took a break and gave Jurgen Klopp that trophy during COVID, then did 4 in a row. Then he's taking his first season out where he agrees he's a winner. He's a winner. The players have had major injuries. I'm not going to utilize it as an excuse. We've had poor recruitment over the last 3 years. And who's it to blame? Pep Guardiola and the recruitment. Yes. He has made bad decisions. Like what? He's made bad decision of letting Julian Alvarez go, not getting a replacement, not getting Rodri back up. Those are bad decisions. The same bad decisions I thought that Fergie did. He got let go of Roy Keane because he did a
never finished
interview against Middlesbrough, and he then finished third. He then lost Yap Stam. He kicked him up, brought Laurent Blanc Taibi, finished third. This happens. But guess what? Fergie will say, Hamza, I needed time to rebuild. I needed 3 years to rebuild. 3 years, it took me years to rebuild. So you have to give it. Yeah, the amount of years.
Fergie's worst season, Hamza. Fergie's worst season.
3 years.
The season that you mentioned, he finished third, Hamza. Stop looking at stats.
3 years.
Stop looking at stats.
Because otherwise, Fergie was watched there. Because I'm not going to say.
What are you talking about? He proved that he wasn't watched because he ended up winning another 3-peat. We have evidence.
Yeah,
we don't have evidence that Pep will do that. Hamza,
We've kept the same time.
In Fergie's worst season that you mentioned when he finished third, he lost 9 games that season. Pep already lost 9 this season, and there's 7 more games to go. He will factually finish worse than any season Fergie had in the Premier League era.
Listen, it does. It's not.
Stop
Whether you
mentioning
finish second, whether you finish third or fourth or fifth, and you still go and play Champions League, it's the same thing. You don't win any trophy.
Fergie rebuilt and finished third. Your manager rebuilt and can't get in the top 4.
Unless you come
Someone
out
else
here,
cook him. I've had enough minutes. I'm not gonna hog the.
I said you come out certificate.
No, but you know what it is, though.
He said I'm second because second and third and fourth means nothing to me. It means no cups, no trophies. This season, I could have a better season than Dayo. If Dayo gets knocked out of the Champions League and I come fourth or fifth, Staffy, and I win a cup, have I had a better season than Dayo? Have I had a better season than Dayo? If
That is a different argument. What does that have to do with what I said?
No, that's what you can't
have to do with what I said.
That's why you can't kill him washed.
Guys,
Because
Jacob is a superstar. He just dropped a new album.
Oh, Foden, where did you go? Last year you were magic, now you're moving slow. Can't score, can't dribble, can't even pass. You look like my grandma's cat rolling in the grass. Might have to retire as the youngest star in Saudi. Who would have thought he'd end up like Dele Alli? The golden boy used to be so clutch. Now even my Uncle Joe has a better touch.
Let me answer this.
Jacob International. Done.
I have had enough of Hamza. Be quiet now. Don't interrupt.
With the KDB issue, the agenda
Here
of
is the
KDB
thing with Hamza, guys.
That's why you're on the bandana now.
No one's gonna say nothing about that better touch than my Uncle Joe.
Guys.
Whoa!
No one's gonna talk about that. We're just gonna.
That's why Jacob's too busy. Let
me just
That's
say,
why Jacob's got bandana now, man. I see it.
No, Ahmed, this is why he's been too busy to stream. He was hitting the studios.
he's been recording the album. Let me
Garage sense, man.
This is the problem with Hamza. Hamza, don't mute the stream. Why did you mute the stream?
No, because you said I have to mute to talk.
Mute the mic. Don't mute the stream because we have to listen to your horse shit.
Oh no.
Here's
So you
the
want me to talk,
thing.
okay?
Here's the thing with Hamza. Every time any of us drops points, he comes here and he has targeted players. Like already know for Liverpool, Fulham, his question is gonna be, where was Salah last week? Don't ever compare Saka to Salah. This week, where's Salah? He has one day Christian, one day Muslim, but with Hamza, one day Hindu, one day Buddhist, one day monk, one day no religion, one day all religions, one day pacifist. Like he just has all religions at once. And then when his own team loses,
One day
hello
Jehovah
everyone.
Witness took you on the nose.
Hello everyone and welcome to the history lesson. Hi guys, History Channel FC. Pep Guardiola won 6 and 7. Habibi, we're talking about 6th April 2025. This is what we're talking about. No one is talking when the season when I was shit and I was finishing 5th. Not every Ahwa episode we spoke about Klopp won the league with Dortmund. Habibi, that's not the topic. The topic is today's fucking game. Manchester United.
He has
in your own words,
15 wins
Manchester
this
United
season,
are
Hamza.
13.
That is the definition of being washed.
We will still win a cup.
You went to Old Trafford today.
We will still win a
You went
cup.
to Old Trafford today and you could not
So
score
you're
a goal.
dropping the standards, Hamza.
Husam, yeah, Husam.
You are
Yes,
dropping the standards. You're not talking like a true City
Husam,
fan.
that's fact.
And
Let me
Hussein,
read
when I went from
Humble.
winning leagues to celebrating Carabao Cups and FA Cup, Hamza said how the mighty have fallen. Hamza's sitting
Exactly.
here on a stream saying, oh, but I
Exactly.
could still leave with a cup and be better than Dayo. So Dayo, that you make fun of his team, you are going to brag that you might get an FA Cup over him. That
Yeah,
is
and you must
that is
also
your
not-
definition of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
mighty
yeah.
falling as well.
If I win that cup, yo,
That means you're washed. You went from winning
If I win that
trebles
cup,
to bragging
I'm
about
gonna
FA
get
Cup.
everyone here except Husam. Except
Yeah,
Husam.
but that's not the point. That's
That's
not the
the
point. The point is we are talking about today's game. Today's game. For the
Cool.
shit. Kevin De Bruyne now
It's
in
finished.
his last season against Man United, just like Jurgen Klopp, just like you mocked him, just like you mocked Jurgen Klopp last season.
Like Steven
Kevin
Gerrard.
De Bruyne in his last season against Man United
Steven Gerrard
ends-
against Stoke City.
ends with a
Then-
loss at the Etihad, Ahmed Diallo special, and it ends with a draw at
Then-
Old Trafford. But he couldn't do nothing. Couldn't do nothing, Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Brittany, they call him. Greatest midfield in history, my ass. So when you look at today's lineup, we look at today's team. Bernardo Silva is the biggest rat mouse bastard on the planet. Biggest rat. I've been telling people of this Haywan for the last 3 years. I hate Bernardo Silva. He's a little dodgy, scammy, little
He took
scumbag.
6 leagues out from me.
That fucking rat.
He took the 6 leagues
Rat.
out.
I cannot stand him. But Hamza, today, your manager had Nico Gonzalez on the bench. He didn't start him. He started Kovacic in the
Fine,
sixth.
he was
He
fit.
had all those options. Vitor Reis was there. Savinho was there. Kusanov was there. McAtee was there. I don't want to hear excuses. And as a matter of fact, Man United actually had more injuries than you did. Because guess what? Man United's best player was out, Ahmed Diallo. And their second best player was out. And their second best player was out, Kobe Minu. And you still couldn't score a goal at Old Trafford. Me, I didn't beat them at Anfield. You didn't beat them at Etihad. I got a draw. You lost, though. And at Old Trafford, I beat them 3-0. I did.
No
You could
delay
even
as well.
score one. You couldn't even do anything. Luis Diaz went to Old Trafford, scored twice. Salah, that you mocked,
I'm not
scored
defending.
over there.
Husam,
You
me,
went to Old Trafford today. And Man United look more dangerous than you at the end. They were disappointed that the referee blew the whistle. They're 13th. The city is yours. That's what you tell the world. The city is yours. You can't even beat them in their own backyard.
I was
Pep
season.
Guardiola, Staffy told you something. Pep Guardiola spent 170 million pounds in January, and you're in a top 5 race. How embarrassing! This guy was on streams. He was on a watch along in January, screaming, "Ah, I smell blood! Liverpool are coming for the title!" If you deny it, I'll play the clip right now and embarrass you. Don't deny it.
Play the clip. Play the clip. You fraud.
Liverpool, I'm coming for the
The
title.
guy just makes
No.
up stuff.
And now you are below Forest, and you are below Arsenal, and you are below Chelsea, who you mock on a daily basis, and the spaces.
Move your approach.
You are 1 point above Aston Villa and 2 points above Manchester City. 2 points above 2 points above Newcastle. Don't you dare, Hamza, after mocking me 2 years ago, and mocking Staffy and Ahmed,
Bro,
and
I've
mocking
won 6.
Jacob, and
6
mocking
in 6
Ahmed.
years.
Don't you dare play Europa League football. Don't you dare end up in the
I don't
Europa
watch it.
League.
I don't watch it.
Ahmed
Husam,
has something
listen
to
to
say.
this
Go ahead. Let Ahmed
Husam.
talk.
Yeah, yeah.
Just wait.
Husam.
He got a draw today.
Wait,
Husam,
I've actually got
you know
something.
one thing you're
Wait,
wrong.
wait, wait,
You're
wait.
right about Man
Let
City,
Ahmed
yeah?
talk, yeah.
No, quickly. One last statement. They're shameless about Man City. See, you said Kevin De Bruyne, whatever it is. Steven Gerrard got done 6-1.
Why are you shameless about Salah then? Why?
With Zonzi.
You know how much respect
No, one
Kevin De
second,
Bruyne gives
one
Salah?
second. Don't hide this.
You don't know how much
On his
respect
last
Kevin De Bruyne
game,
gives Salah
on his
publicly?
last game, Steven Gerrard, wallahi, got knocked.
Yeah, we
got
lost
him.
completely
We were
against
shit
6-1
anyway.
to
We were
Wheeler,
shit. Yeah, we lost.
Husam, what's up?
Zonzi, Adams, Walters, Ryan Shawcross, Munuesa, and Peters.
What's up? I'm
Yeah,
gonna kill
you got
Hamza right
knocked
now
out.
with
You
this
don't
screenshot.
do that,
Just put this
KDB.
on the screen, and
But
the
you
argument
get
is done
the
from
likes
there.
of Bruno. I rate Bruno.
Possible private chat, please.
You know me how much
Oh.
I rate Bruno. Bruno's better than Kevin Whelan. Gary Whelan. Tell me what Gary Whelan, where did he used to play? Who did
What
he
did I
used
have
to
to do
play?
with what we said?
Glenn Whelan, and he's an Irish international. He played with
Man,
Roy
this is the
Keane.
last thing I'm
Because he
saying. Just
traumatized
put
you for
this
Gerrard
Hamza
lost
tweet
6-1.
on.
You will never forget him. This is why you remember him. KDB will never get left 6-1 on his last season. Not against Stoke.
Wow.
Lost against Ahmed.
Wow.
Hamza,
Listen.
Hamza, wait.
Wow.
If you win the
And mute
FA
him
Cup,
because I want to say
Hamza,
something.
Hamza, if you win the FA Cup, have you had a better season than everyone except me, right?
He said he can finish
Some
with a
let's
season
move
better
on
than
to
that.
Ahmed. Let Ahmed talk.
No, you said you're gonna have a better season than everyone, right?
No,
Except
if I come
me.
fourth, if I come
If you win
fourth,
FA Cup, if you win FA Cup.
Husam, he said if he wins the FA Cup,
Yeah,
he's
if
had a
I- if
better
I won.
season than Dayo's team who finished second.
But what
That's
did
what he
he
said,
say?
right?
Damn.
He said that, right? Look at his tweet. He said, Manchester United are such a small club, bragging about an FA Cup. What does that mean about you, your team, Hamza? If you're bragging about an FA Cup. Khalas, I'm
I'm
done.
gonna brag about it.
I won.
Receipts.
I won.
For AI, well done for AI. This is what AI. You see what he was doing that. Mo was doing that features, and I was saying that's AI. That's
Guys,
the
I'm going to drop it in the chat. This is Hamza's Twitter. Okay, everyone who has Twitter, click on this. So can you put that comment? Everyone click on it. It will take you to Hamza's Twitter account.
It's over. It's over.
Hamza, don't go and scrub your Twitter. Stop going. No,
I'm done,
don't do that.
khalas.
Don't do that. Don't.
Everyone
don't,
else can cook it. I won.
Ahmed wanted to say something. Go ahead, Ahmed.
Don't delete it, Hamza.
No.
Yeah, I was going to say something. Yeah, let's talk about that flop Grealish.
He's deleting it
I've
right
got an
now.
interesting stat.
Wait.
I've got an interesting stat here that I've just seen about Jack Grealish here because he's done more interviews and he's done more going to the pubs here than actually bagging goals. He's got 154 appearances, 154 appearances for Manchester City, 17 goals. Casemiro, yeah, CDM, 117 appearances. He's got 15 goals. He's got 2 less goals than Jack Grealish, who's supposed to be an attacker. You spent 100 mil on a guy who should be in Love Island, and you can't even outscore Casemiro like that. You can't even outscore a CDM convincingly. And this guy has the damn cheek to be talking about FA Cups. Foden, last time I checked in the FA Cup final, got spunked here by Kobe Mainoo, the one that you have a picture of him being fat. Yeah, he bagged in that final. You want to bang on about Kevin De Bruyne? Champions League final, he was crying. FA Cup final, he got subbed off. Did he not get subbed off in the first half or second half, Kevin De Bruyne, in that FA Cup? He got subbed off, by the way. That is supposed to be your greatest ever midfielder. Paul Scholes came back from retirement and won us a league title. Steven Gerrard carried his club to Champions League. And what's Kevin De Bruyne doing? What's Kevin De Bruyne carrying, by the way?
Hamza deleted the tweet, by the way. So if anyone
Yeah,
still
it's
has
been screenshotted. It's been screenshotted. Don't worry about it.
Hamza will never delete history.
This is why I said AI is dangerous.
If anyone still has the tweet open, bookmark it. It will show on the bottom deleted and take that screenshot, please. Anyone who still has it open, please bookmark it and then then screenshot
I
it.
have it still literally open in a new tab.
Hassan,
I just want to say,
hit bookmark so it could, and then when you try to open it, it's gonna show that it's deleted.
Everyone screenshot. Everyone screenshot.
I just want to just say,
Proof.
This is
Everyone,
why
by the
AI
way,
is
screen record to show it as
AI
proof.
is
Look,
dangerous, guys.
there is a video, and when you click, it goes to Professor Hamza.
Hamza, you're going to lie about
Done.
AI just because you
Done.
did nothing wrong. You're now going to claim that it is AI, even though AI has done nothing wrong here. You're going to lie on the whole industry because you
Switch on
want
your
to-
camera, fraud. Switch on your camera. Stop running.
What
Why
kind
are you
of
running?
shameless-
Big up Diallo.
Why are you running?
I have to do something.
Yeah,
You're not
Like,
gonna tell us. You're not gonna tell us anything. I think actually you're the guy that has no idea about football, because when we talk to you about football, you choose everything about the history. We all can open Wikipedia. It's 2025. We all can read about the history of any club here, including Spurs.
He
You're the
opens
only
another
one
tab,
here.
Mo.
You're the only one here that doesn't know how to talk about football. You're the
Hamza,
only one.
Mo, he opens a tab
Not
and he starts
all of
reading.
us
He
here-
looks like this, then
Yeah,
goes back.
all of
here.
us here can engage in a football
dictionary,
conversation.
man.
You
That's what
don't
it
know
is.
anything about football, Hamza. You don't talk about the football.
Oh,
Every time we start talking about the game, or Staffy start to break down the game, Dayo, Husam, Ahmed or Jacob, you choose to go, Fergie did this in 1998, Parma did this in 1992, Liverpool, Steven Gerrard. We're talking about today's game, where Pep Guardiola has spent 170 million pounds in January, got cooked by an Amorim side that is 13th in the league, the worst ever Man United side to ever play in the Premier League. Historically speaking, this is the worst Manchester United side. Ruben Amorim, factually speaking, is the worst Manchester United coach in terms of numbers, yet he cooks Pep Guardiola, who has Savinho, who's one of the players of the season last
Three
season
times
in
this
La
season,
Liga.
Mo. 3 times.
Last
You know,
season,
I find it
Savinho
interesting,
was
Mo.
in
You
the-
talk about Spurs and Wikipedia and looking up history and that, but you don't go back and look at the history of the nation that you support their sport. But hey,
What does that have to do with it?
What does that mean?
He's talking about history. I'm talking about history. That's what
Which
it means.
history though? Is it into
World War II?
What about that?
Okay.
World War II. You want to talk about history? Let's talk about history. You support what? A club that supports what exactly? And I ain't talking about Volkswagen.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah, you talking about history. You want to bring up history, talking about Tottenham, bringing up, oh, we can even look up at Tottenham history. No, let's look up the history of Italy, huh? Let's look up the history of y'all, huh?
Well, I'm not Italian. I support the national team.
Yeah, you support Italy. Supporting Italy, what does Italy support? They support who? In 1940s. Who did they support in the 1940s? And you support them.
Hello everyone and welcome to Al Jazeera. This is Al-Ittijah Al-Mu'akas. You get me? Like and subscribe. يا حبيبي
So wait. Mo can't support Inter Milan because of Joseph Stalin.
No, I'm talking about the other dude that they supported.
No. Hey.
Moose, relax.
I want you to denounce your American citizenship now because of one of the coldest countries in the world, one of the worst countries in the world. I want you to denounce your citizenship.
Damn.
By the way, I will denounce it because I'm an American as well. Right after you do, I will denounce it live on the stream. Right after you do.
I denounce it. I'll denounce America.
You denounce your American citizenship now.
Military criminals.
Now denounce mine.
America is military criminals. That doesn't mean we're the good guys. It just means you're siding with bad guys
you
too.
Still support the U.S. national team. You still support
only because I want Poch to succeed, so everyone can be like, Poch out.
My God, here we go.
We had a great chance to cook Hamza right now, and you made this about Mo and Mussolini.
You have to make this flip about Mussolini, you know.
I'm a little confused.
Okay, guys.
Bro, I heard history, I heard Spurs, and I heard it from a dude who watches Italian football league.
And you got rattled.
Football history, not political history.
Bro, it's support, whether you support it or not.
And because Spurs don't have any history, he got rattled. That's exactly what he done. He heard history of Spurs.
No, it's just like a criminal talking about criminality. You know, it's like, how am I supposed to believe you?
Just talk about the football. We're talking about the football.
Can I? The most unpredictable curveball I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
you know, you think it's going this way and it just goes left.
You know, I want to actually talk about someone. Yeah,
we just let Hamza go off the screen to the stage.
Can we talk about? I want to talk about Bernardo Silva. Why does he always escape it? Like we always talk about Foden, we always talk about KDB, but this guy never gets spoken about, bro. Like I never see any criticism for this player. Like why is there no criticism?
He's another one that's washed too. He's shit.
Yeah, he's fully washed, you know.
Because it's very simple, Ahmed. Because the majority of the players that play under Pep Guardiola, they get overhyped because he's a great manager. There is a saying in football that is known around in the world, and I heard it from coaches that actually coach in the game professionally, and they said, never buy after Pep. Never buy after Pep. Never buy a player from Pep. Why? Because they give 150%. If Bernardo Silva was not a Man City player, we would not be talking about it. The only player, to be honest, that I give him the credit, to be honest, is Kevin De Bruyne. Phil Foden cannot do what Saka does, cannot do what Palmer did for Chelsea. You are telling me that Phil Foden could have led Chelsea last season in a washed Chelsea team that everyone was underperforming. Phil Foden can do that. That is why nobody cares about Bernardo Silva. And by the way, that's why nobody cares about the players that flop at Chelsea, that at Man City. And by the way, Ahmed, just to respond to you, Ahmed, about Jack Grealish. You know why no one's talking about Jack Grealish? Because he plays for Pep Guardiola. That's the whole point. Because he plays for a team that wins. Because Pep Guardiola is the genius. That at the end, the comeback for any City fan is, and he won the treble. If you started on that left wing and I watched you play football in your shit, they would have won the treble. They would have absolutely won the treble. If any of us started on the left side, they would have won the treble. That is the whole point, to be honest. We are talking about Jack Grealish who won a treble versus a Son, right? Versus a Gakpo, versus who played on that left side in the world, like versus Ryan Giggs. Jack Grealish is one of the most overrated players to ever play football because he won the treble. Bernardo Silva is a good player. I'm not saying he's bad, but he was never world class. He was.
Just remember, we're in 1 hour 10 and we haven't talked about Liverpool. A team that lost, and I'm not going to accept that. 1 hour 10, yeah? We're talking about Man City, a team that drew, and in 1 hour 10, and Husam sitting there, he's planning. No,
you guys don't want me to tell you about. You know,
everyone looks for the time that they were cooked. And everyone's ready. When Arsenal loses, everyone cooks. Arsenal. When Man City loses, they cook them. When Chelsea lose, they cook us. No.
Wallahi, al-Azim, I'm sitting on the street. I haven't had dinner.
We know Man City are bad. Simple.
Haram wallahi kida.
Let's move on to Fulham.
So Man City are bad. Why can't you talk about it, Hamza? Why did I talk about Floyd in 2003?
You spoke for 40 minutes on this stream by yourself.
In 1 hour.
Yeah, Habibi, you spoke 40 minutes.
We spend an hour and a half on Arsenal. Let's talk about another hour on Man City. I don't mind. Let's talk about another 2 hours about Man City.
Yes, Man City.
I'm sorry. With all due respect, we sit here on streams and we talk about Arsenal for 2 hours. We talk about Arsenal.
In the worst season for Pep in the Premier League history. This is his worst season.
We talk about another friend. He's watched another topic.
I'm telling you, Hamza, you are a fraud. Dayo, والله العظيم. Last Ahwa, والله العظيم. Stop talking. Husam, can you mute him? I'm getting annoyed for real.
You wanted to cook Arsenal.
I'm getting annoying for real. I'm being serious. This is getting annoying. Okay, Hamza, last Ahwa.
It's finished.
Arsenal won, guys.
Finish. We'll give you 2 minutes. We'll give you 2 minutes. Finish.
Yeah, Habibi, let people speak, Hamza. You don't get to dictate who.
No, finish, Hamza.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Now, Wallah, this is jarring, you know. This is actually jarring.
It's annoying.
It's getting annoying. Let's go back to the history lesson.
Bro, this.
I'm gonna talk about Mussolini again with Jacob. Hamza's ridiculous.
Hey, we won, baby. We won. Come on now.
Go ahead, Mo.
Last episode, Hamza. Arsenal won 2-1.
Yeah, because
and you actually, every time we try to move on, this is ridiculous. Stop talking. Every time we move on record, Wallah al-Azim, guys. Saad wanted to move on. We wanted to move on. Ahmed wanted to move on. Hamza spent 2 hours talking about Arsenal and they won 2-1. And he cooked him for 2 hours and he was happy with this. He was happy with it. And he's like, yeah, let's go Arsenal. Arsenal is fun.
No, he was cooking them, saying they're going to lose to Madrid when the game didn't even happen. But when City don't win, we can't talk. You want to talk about future games for Arsenal? That's how obsessed you
are. Be cooking in front of
Hamza's malfunctioning. That's what's happening. He's malfunctioning.
He's absolutely malfunctioning. Bro,
I know. Everyone spam Hamza stinker and hooked in the chat.
Hamza's already upset. Hamza's actually really upset. You know why? He wants to move on. Because we were talking about City spending money. Nobody's talking about $65 million.
Yeah.
Baby Ronaldinho. But because City won the league last season, no one's talking about Doku. Where is Savinho now? In one of your biggest games of the season, the Manchester Derby, Savinho doesn't even get a minute. Why is he not good enough? He was team of the season last season in La Liga. He was team of the season last season in the Liga. What about Nico Gonzalez? Why is he playing his friend Gundogan over Nico Gonzalez? Who signed Nico? Did I scout Nico Gonzalez?
Talk about Ruben Diaz. Talk about him, bro. He's another one.
We have to be honest.
Ruben Diaz. That's what he is.
Ruben Diaz. You can't do this. Ruben Diaz.
We're talking about some guys.
Ruben Diaz, this game has been good. He actually blocked a lot of shots.
Let's look for excuses.
Ruben Diaz. You have to be honest when you cook.
Let's talk about how your fans were shameless.
You know the difference
said 50 seconds.
You know what's mad,
guys, let me say this. The difference between me and Hamza, when I cook, I don't lie. When Hamza cook, he lies. There's a difference. I'm going to cook City, but Ruben Diaz was good today. No fault. Gavardiol was good today. He was not bad. Who was bad today? What about Nunes? No one's speaking about 70 million Nunes. Playing right back, though. One of the attacking midfielders that everyone wanted in the league. Why is Nunes playing right back? Didn't you spend 70 million on him? 50?
Don't you add add-ons for us? So hold the 70 million and be quiet. Hold the 70 million and be quiet.
No, 70
you tell me, it doesn't matter. You tell me how much. It doesn't matter.
You are, so we can make up 50, numbers. That's
50.
So we moved 50. He got it wrong and he made it.
Isn't it 50?
Next one.
I can see the difference.
No, you lied there. You said, I don't lie. And you lied in front of the family. You said it's 70 million.
60 million.
Did you not say that?
60 million. Who cares?
It doesn't matter. You lied.
Broski, the problem with this.
He didn't lie. He said he didn't know.
You don't speak fact.
He said, I
didn't know. I said 70 million. You said 50. I said, okay, you're right.
Move on, next one.
You said you're right. You said you're right.
He wants to be specific about City's transfers.
The problem with the City team, the only one that is cooking for him is Omar Marmoush because he's Egyptian. That's it. Because he's Egyptian. The only guy that is cooking is Omar Marmoush.
Yeah, we're carrying mentally. What a nation. Wallahi,
He was City's best player today. By the way,
listen, we can't give him a nation. Chill out, please.
Pep is using him, bro, like
Let
a
me
mob.
cook Hamza.
Left side, right side, a striker. He's using him, bro, like, you know, the sweeper. This is it. And he's
Nunes
performing.
played
He's the
well.
only guy today. Nunes is
Nunes
shit.
played well.
If
Bro.
Saka missed that sitter that Foden missed, wallahi, you'd be cooking Dayo right now.
Cooking
Wallahi, you would be
minute.
cooking Dayo
If
right
Power
now.
missed that, I know I would not be hearing the end of that for Man City
You
fans.
can cook Foden today. You can cook him this season.
That's
I
what we
know.
do. We're cooking
But
everyone
we
else.
can't
You
cook
can't
him.
allow
He's
it.
already, yeah, but he's already
Foden's
burnt.
not-
We can't cook him anymore. Khalas, like,
Can Dayo,
No, you're
I
not
want to
allowed.
let Dayo cook.
No,
Because
you're not
I feel like Dayo knows how to get under Hamza's skin.
No,
Dayo,
you're
we're
allowed
gonna-
to
guys,
cook Foden. Listen,
Hamza,
you're allowed to cook
before
Foden.
we move
We
to
said
Liverpool,
Dayo. We didn't say Dayo clone Hamza.
Didn't you
Please
want
stay
to move
quiet.
to Liverpool? Didn't you move, Husam? A request, please, from all the panel, including Staffy, Ahmed, and Jacob. We want to give Dayo 5 minutes or 4 minutes before we go on and talk about Liverpool.
Go ahead, Dayo.
No, Hamza, I
Hamza,
don't
no,
want to hear you talk.
And I'm going first to Liverpool. I'm starting.
Yeah,
I'm
we
the
don't
one.
care about
I'm
that.
the
We'll
one.
let you go first. We don't give a fuck.
Hamza. You see this nonsense that you started with, the lie that you first lied about Sir Alex Ferguson. 2012-2013 season. He left 2013 May. In that season in the Champions League, that United got knocked out by Real Madrid 3-2 aggregate in the round of 16. They topped their table. So whenever you want to talk, stop this underlying lies that you like to give.
No, that you feel to understand.
No.
Just
Stop.
Be
It's
quiet. 4 minutes
2003
uninterrupted.
When you
Dayo.
listen,
Dayo. No, he confused. Dayo's not that year.
you can speak for 40 minutes. Dayo's allowed
You're
4
not
minutes.
that
at
yet,
least.
Dayo.
Stop it.
Husam, please put me.
You
full
know I
screen.
said
Husam,
2013.
put me full screen. I don't need to say anything. Read it yourself.
When you talk about 2003, 4,
I'm talking.
5,
I'm talking
6.
about his last season. His last season. I
No,
said in his last season when he left in May.
no,
May
not last season. No one talked about last season.
oh my God,
Hamza,
man. Bloody
Hamza, be
hell.
quiet. Be quiet. You like
Hamza,
to
don't make us kick
No
you.
one talked about
Hamza, Amos. Go ahead.
you like to do this.
lies.
Staffy mentioned Sir Alex Ferguson's last season and said even in his last season he left the champion, and that even in the Champions League that year, that Sir Alex Ferguson got knocked out by Real Madrid in the round of 16. You said no, it's a lie that they lost to Monaco.
No, not
No,
yet.
no, no, no.
We confused then. It's my mistake.
You did. No one confused it. You brought up 2003 because I was cooking you.
You brought it
Five,
up.
Let him
six.
finish.
5, 6. Where did he finish?
I don't care about 5-6 now.
That's what you don't know. So go to Chat GPT. Will tell you.
I don't
You
care
don't.
about-
I'm not using Chat GPT. Go to you use Chat GPT to get your knowledge.
I don't
You
get
get knowledge in Chat GPT.
Actually,
Because I remember
I don't want to hear you. I want to hear Dayo. Stop talking.
That's number 2.
the guy did not know he went on Chat GPT.
You
When
know
did
what? I can look at.
No, seriously, Hamza, you're ruining the stream. By the way, Hamza, Anjad, for real, Hamza, you're ruining the stream.
No, he's lying.
You're being, you're,
Ruining the stream on
you're,
Lebanon.
Hamza,
Let him
Hamza,
finish,
please, Hamza,
Hamza.
you're ruining the stream. Wallahi,
No,
you're
no,
ruining
no,
the stream.
I'm not saying.
I've never seen you so
Don't lie
well,
to me.
Hamza.
Hamza, you're ruining
Don't
the
lie to
stream.
me.
I am
I'm being
gonna do
serious,
it to you in the Liverpool section. Every time you open your mouth, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
don't let him
interrupt.
speak, Sam. Every time he
I
deflects,
wanna-
just cook
Don't
him.
worry. I'm
Ruin the show
preserving my
too.
energy. Go ahead, Dayo.
Your game today. Let's be realistic about it. What Staffy said on the terrace about your coach being washed, on his way to being washed. His words were on his way to being washed. He did not criticize anything that the guy has achieved in the past, but you cannot take it when they talk about the future. Can you categorically sit down here and tell me that he's still going to be a manager for the next 5 seasons? No, you can't. He just signed only a 2-year contract, and he's already finished 1 year. That means he's here for another year at the most. So the fact that Staffy is saying, you know what, he could be going on his way to being washed, there's signs showing it. Mourinho has been banned for 3 games, the great special one, for pulling somebody's nose in a game. That's what Mourinho is doing now. He's pulling people's nose in Turkey. That's where your manager is going to end up, pulling people's ear and nose in Portugal or somewhere. He's on his way out. And you can clearly see it. Because if your team can break down because of one injury, Rodri, and your entire season can go to shit just because one player got injured, and then you went again in January and spent money to reinforce the team, and you're still going to shit, and you don't want to admit that, okay, maybe Pep is at the stage where he's tired and he needs to leave the game for a little bit and say, oh, you know what? He's done great things. Yes, we can point at that. But maybe he's at the point where, because you cannot tell me you don't have the tools. You have the players on your squad. For you not to be able to beat a 13th place Manchester United, or be 14th place, 13th place Manchester United, that is under an Amorim that a lot of people are already not rating in the first place. For your greatest manager, Pep, not to be able to school him at all. I mean, you can diss me all you want as Arsenal. After all, I'm the punching bag. You always insult us now. Say what you want about us. I've heard the worst of it. But the point is, you claim to be the greatest. And if you claim to be the greatest and you cannot beat a Manchester United, in today's game, do you know who played for Man U today? Lenny Yoro is Biscuito. That guy, if the wind blows too much, he'll crack in half. That's how skinny he is. That's the guy that was bodying your players. Like, the guys on the pitch for Man U today should not be smelling that jersey. They should not be smelling that club. Yet, with your Pep Guardiola, all your Sheikh Mansour money, and all the so-called, we have spent 50 million here, 70 million euros here, 80 million euros here, 70 million euros here, 35 billion euros here. With all the money that you have spent, you are battling for top 5. And the only reason you might even make Champions League if you come fifth, because that's why I think they're going to end. They're going to play Europa anyways. But the only reason you might come fifth is if we do well and Aston Villa do well, so that you can get a chance to play Champions League. And you're lucky I'm not the manager for Arsenal. I'll even forfeit that challenge so that you will not be able to qualify. That's how much, with all the waffle you say, I will forfeit the Champions League so that you don't get that fifth position. You guys you're on your way out. You're on your way out. Don't come here and be telling me. That's why I kept when you're speaking. I was like, okay, give all your history. Talk about the game today. Talk about the game today. Kevin De Bruyne, pass to the side, pass to the side, pass back, pass to the side, pass to the side, pass back. I was like, what's going on here? I was in church dedicating my baby today. I went outside to look at the game on my iPad. And I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. I would rather go back inside there and listen to whatever they're saying in church. There was no point. On a good day, if that was a good game, I'd be out there in the car watching that game. I just watched a few minutes and I was like, you guys, you did not look like you were going to touch them with anything. And this United team is washed. That's the painful part. But you come here and then you want to do or justify what Pep has done. You want to justify the mistakes he's made. You want to justify the fact that he's not playing.
But Dayo, what makes this worse is he doesn't even justify. He just gives us the same history lesson every time. Yeah, we understand Pep won 6 and 7, but that's not the fucking debate today.
You know what has happened is you guys have become spoiled because you got Pep Guardiola and you got a bunch of money in your club, and now you've won a few things in the last few years, and you've set some records that are going to be very difficult to break. So now you're braggadocious. Maybe it's time for you guys to go back to the championship where you belong, because that's where you came from. That's where you came from. That's what you knew all your life as Man City. You guys were nowhere near anything in the Premiership. Nowhere. Until the money came and you had Pep, you had nothing. It took you 50, was it? I think Chelsea is 49. It was 55 years for you to win your first Premier League. 55. 55. Do you know what that means? Somebody will be born, married, give birth, the children will graduate school, become married, and the person will become a grandfather. Before you won your first one ever. So now that you've won a few, you want to sit here and just flail your feathers. If we've got 4 feet, who has won it 5 times? Records are there to be set, and records are there to be broken. And the day that record gets broken, what are you going to do about it? We're talking about the games today. This season, you went how many games? 13 games without a win. You were 2 games shy of 15, which would have been 115 for me. I was planning to make a whole baseball hat. I said, if you guys had gone 15 games without a win, I was going to make a baseball hat. I was going to make one, but you did 13. You were very lucky. You guys are... Pep, it's clear that Pep is losing something. He is. Whatever it is, he needs to buckle it together, get it together, or next season you're going to end up in the same place. You think even in Maresca that we can look at and say, well, he's a championship coach, is out coaching you guys this season. Nuno Espiritos is out coaching you. You want to diss my club? Mikel Arteta, who you called his assistant, who's a useless, what does he know? He's not as good as Pep. He's out coaching him again this season. Do you want to talk about Liverpool's manager who just showed up from the Eredivisie that we always diss? I say, well, that's a place where they farm talent players. It's not really a league. They just farm talent players there. And guess what? He's come here and he's also outschooled him. this season. Amorim, who decided to leave Portugal halfway through the season. Halfway. He didn't even come for, he didn't have a full preseason with any of these players. His first game where he was able to actually coach them was 2 weeks after he arrived. He was unable to have a training session with that entire team. Has cooked you this season, both home and away and in the FA Cup last season. So what are you talking about? How can you not look at all of this and say Pep is missing something somewhere?
Thank you. Now we can read the super chats and then go to Liverpool. Watch me. I am going to be so fucking jarring and irritating in the Liverpool section. Watch this now. I'm going to ruin the stream just like Hamza ruined it. Just watch the space. Watch what to do now. Anyway, let me read the super chats now. Big up to K Praj says, Hamza, serious question. If Manchester City don't make Champions League, will Pep stay? Yes or no? No monologues, Hamza. Unmute your mic and stop listening to spaces on the side. Yeah.
No, I said yes. I was muted because I was listening. Dayo, don't worry. I'm gonna come Champions League. I'm doing that. I'm ready for you. Don't worry.
Guys, Jacob has to leave us now. Big up to you, Jacob. Thanks so much for joining. Big up, Jacob. Appreciate you. Big up.
That's not Jacob. Read it.
Oh, that's Staffy. Sorry. Big up to Staffy. My bad. Big up to Staffy for joining us. I appreciate it.
Doesn't know how to read that.
You get me? And yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
The resemblance between me and Jacob is very close. I understand why he got us mixed up.
No, it's because of the dot thing.
Yeah, big up to Jacob for showing 12th place out. You know what I mean? 14th place showing 12th place out, man. I like it, man.
I don't know what you just said, but big up everyone. I'll be in the chat. So yeah, I was so confused. Like the video. I'll be in the chat though. I'll be talking about shit in the chat. Big up, man.
Ahmed and Staffy, Amarim in versus Amarim out settled now. It wasn't going to be settled today anyway, so yeah. Ahmed goals. Nah, give me step overs and chops, is what Fonzie is saying. Pop. Wallahi, that Mank Derby does not deserve more than 10 minutes of this course. Utter rubbish game. Just cook Hamza and keep it moving. We tried to cook Hamza and keep it moving, but I keep interrupting to talk about 2002 and shit. Big up to Redline Tarango says, Hamza, why are you the only Big Six side not to beat Man United, having played 2 against them? Even Spurs beat them. 1 out of 6 points. Lamau, have some shame.
Individual errors. Spot injuries. Crap team.
Individual errors. Keep that same energy for the Liverpool game later.
What are KDB legs, man? Honestly, bro.
Doku, by the way, is so bad he will do nothing next season. Was Muhammad Farhad is saying? I agree with you. Doku is
any other manager, he'll cook. I promise you that.
Hamza, save your energy for when Bayern knock out Inter next. Jacob, say hi for me.
Yeah, let not my company guy, inexperienced manager, knock these frauds out because company relegated Burnley. So he used to cast company. He's sitting there stressed. They haven't got the best player. We'll see these frauds. We'll see.
Jacob, now please talk about the Great Depression. Please don't. All this political.
Well, you see, it's
no, Jacob, please. Arrived to the stream plus hearing Stalin Mussolini talk. Yes, that's what happens because apparently the word history triggered Jacob. So there's nothing we can do about that.
No, it's the person who said history. You know, it's if we don't learn from it, we're doomed to repeat it. Someone once said.
Yeah, just like
LFC 1920 and LFC 24-25 combined. That's way too long to do right now. Way too long. But I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Ask me on a solo stream or a watch along. City's verdict soon, Hamza. This is just the start, is what Jack House saying. Inshallah, but they get found. I beg they just get found guilty if even one charge. Oof.
Not one. I thought 115. I thought it was 115.
I don't care. Even if you get found guilty of one.
You know it. You know you have
who says Hamza should shut up and let others talk. Damn. See? People are sending their hard-earned money. Just tell to shut up. Big up to Diallo says, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Yes, guys, look, we are... How many likes are we on? Guys, we are on 300 likes. Let's get to 500 likes, you guys. We have 1,000 people in here. Come on, let's get the likes up.
You know what? I really pray that City they find City guilty of just 1 out of the 115 charges, and they give them like
115, and
they give them a 10-point deduction. Just 10 points. I think that's
I need them to be found guilty.
Now you're worried, yeah?
Even if they get found guilty of just 1, even if they get found guilty of just 1, I'm gonna ruin it. Yalla, who wants to start Liverpool Fulham?
Me.
Yeah, I'm gonna interrupt every sentence. Go ahead.
Yeah. See you next year then.
Yeah. Listen, no, I'm just gonna go briefly. Listen. To me, I said it before. I said, listen, the reason why these frauds are winning the league is because I'm weak. Fact.
The reason why you won 2 leagues in a row is I was weak.
One second, I chased
Every statement
out of this place. This bold fraud that got knocked out to Plymouth Argyle
very loud now.
only winning the league because we are poor.
You got knocked out to who?
Boom. This bold fraud, Plymouth Argyle.
You got knocked out to Wigan Athletic in League One.
PSG.
Centurion City got knocked out to Wigan Athletic in League One.
Thinking that they've got all this chest that they have with this bold fraud with one hair follicle that was hanging out before.
Ball, you're bald as well.
You will have it easy this year. But City has been that weak.
You had it easy 2 years in a row.
By the lack of Jacob 4-0. I'm getting dunked out by teams like Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah, you had it easy last year. I got dunked by Atalanta.
Never been seen before. You're only winning league title because everyone is weak. There's no challenges.
Yeah, everyone was weak.
When I said this season is the season of Leicester City winning a league title, whenever at least Leicester had no funding. They had the likes of Danny Drinkwater. Wallahi, I'm gonna remember this season. The way you're winning the league is exactly Leicester. But at least Leicester can brag about it. How can you cuss us? Because to me, I'm looking at you. There is no, because I know how you crap you are. I've handled you like I've smashed you. I've made these guys like a fraud.
That's not true. We beat you twice this season.
The end of the season, and then I used to give them ice cream, and they say, lick it. I said, no, lick it, get out of here. Sit down on the floor. Collect another certificate of participation. How many certificate of participation were they collecting?
I'm the only one to stop you from winning a league title twice.
Someone crying.
Yeah, just hear that right.
Zubimendi, oh, Scanseto, Bomba. Who getting rejected?
Van Dijk rejected you to come to Liverpool.
I'm the one that was bullying them. Today they had only one job. Liverpool, Fulham. I told us no blood. When I saw the way they scraped a win to Everton, before that was Newcastle. God damn, man. You're not that special. I told you you're not special. As I'm wearing a shirt, PSG. That was your last 4 games. Look at the last 4 games. You
got knocked out by Monaco and Lyon.
If Arsenal were better, you would never.
You got knocked out by Monaco and Lyon.
I'm telling you now, you would have been chased by Arsenal. Fulham are weak. Fulham are not weak.
Fulham are
weak.
Fulham are not weak.
Fulham are weak.
Fulham are 3 points behind you. How's that weak?
Side sees Mane error.
Fulham are 3 points behind you.
Sees Mane error. Listen, other than this side, you've never seen in Liverpool history. You've watched Liverpool for many years. You would class this as probably your second greatest team ever, if not the greatest. Forget Steven Gerrard.
Not true at all.
That guy that never won a league title. That
not true at all.
Even a single.
We have history, unlike you. So I have teams in the 80s and the 70s.
He's been the weakest. Forget that Steven Gerrard. Oh, look what he did to the FA Cup against West Ham. To be classed in the class of Zidane. Get out of here, man. West Ham. It was David James in goal. You've had nothing. This is your greatest team ever, Husam. Greatest team ever. And I
look at everyone looking at their phone as you're speaking. Look.
Fulham today,
because they've heard the same monologue 4 times in a row.
More Salah that they talked about. Ballon d'Or. Yeah.
You said individual errors for Spurs.
He was one of the contenders.
Did you not say individual errors for Spurs? Did you not say individual errors for Spurs? Yes or no?
Are you against Fulham?
Did you not say individual errors for Spurs? Yes or no? Did you not say individual errors for Spurs? Yes or no? I'm gonna keep saying it till you answer. Did you not say individual errors for Spurs? Yes or no? Did you not say individual errors for Spurs? Yes or no?
You're gonna win the league, Sam.
Did you not say individual errors for Spurs?
I'm not taking that away from Liverpool. But
did you not say individual errors for Spurs? Yes or no?
This league title is the least competitive league title
I can't talk.
Ever had. Ahmed, am I right? Ahmed,
did you not say individual errors for Spurs?
This is the least competitive Premier League competition we've ever had.
Yes, this is a shit league and we're winning it. Not good. Happy now? Answer my question. Did you not say individual errors for Spurs? Yes or no?
Guardiola struggling with this bad. You think if I had signing and Rodri, do you think these guys will smell blood? I would have rattled you so much. And this is why I say you can celebrate this win. You can celebrate this
I will celebrate it, 100%.
I'm saying, Mo Salah.
I will celebrate it. Number 20, baby. Let's go.
But this is when you can't
20
put it with the
times,
pedigree.
20 times Liverpool. 20 times.
Yeah, well, let's sing.
Let's
But
go.
to me,
20 times, mate.
this season, it shows how
So
weak
happy
you
you won
are.
it 20
You-
times.
Fulham today
Look at the chat. Look at the chat. Read this.
Fulham dismantled the defense.
Read this. You know, Kelly came on the channel today and said thank you for winning it.
Only time.
You want to know that
Why
Kelly
would Trent
came on
not
the
wanna
channel
stay?
today and said thank you
Why
for
would
winning it.
Trent want to stay?
Imagine.
Why is Trent leaving? Guys,
Look
ask
at this.
yourself this. Trent
Big up
has
to me.
scored.
Big up to
Trent
me.
has scored. Shit, Hamza's weak.
I
I've
feel
never seen him
embarrassed
this
as a
easy.
City fan hearing Hamza talk.
Arsenal
That's
coming
crazy.
back next season.
How are you embarrassing your
Very
own fan
easy
base?
that time. Mwah, goodbye. I've given you one league title.
Embarrassing your own fan base.
This is what he's giving you.
You're embarrassing your own
Is
fan
holding
base.
on a
Read
contract. More
Read
Salah
the
is holding on a
super chat. Read
contract
it.
because they're thinking hard.
Read the super chat.
Is
Read it.
Hamza correct? Is Hamza right? Is Hamza right? They've seen Van Dijk is smart. If he's a
I
clever
promise you,
man,
none of them know you.
time
None
to
of them
go
know
and
you.
get more PSG.
None of them
Go
know
to
you.
PSG. You ain't gonna win more league tower here. This
None of
is
them know
they
you.
ain't gonna win no back to back.
I promise
Mo
you, none of them know
Salah's
you.
thinking about league time. He knows contract being stalled. Konate, contract. Where's the contract? The Conor Bradley are the guys. We're seeing the real Liverpool. This is what we're guys. I'm telling you, they're gonna win the league 100%. Yeah, but it's the least most competitive league. Mo Salah.
No one
to me,
cares.
will never
No one
pass
cares.
the
I'm a league
Ballon d'Or.
champion.
Alhamdulillah, mwah. We will never say to our children that
I'm league
Mo Salah
champion.
was the greatest player in the world. Yeah, I will never say. I'm not saying about Mo Salah. It's about you starting my agenda on KDB. And Alhamdulillah, you'll win your league title and we will move on. We will say, yo, we will remember you had a Leicester year. Congratulations to Liverpool fans. I'm the first one to congratulate you.
Can't be a Leicester year because it's 2 and 5.
Fraud is the reason why I'm starting to discuss. My father's a Liverpool fan. He was a humble guy. But fans like some make me detest Liverpool fans a bit. But I know the most Liverpool fans have humbleness. And I want them to win the 20th. I cook Liverpool because it's frauds. Don't think I hate Liverpool. I have no problem with Liverpool. I grew up, my family support Liverpool. I love my family. I don't have problem. Don't say Hamza, he wants us to win the league title ahead of United. Yes. But today you're getting cooked because of the basis of how much you come for KDB. You have to take the same thing of Mo Salah. So it's not because I'm backing. I'll back you to win the league title. I'll be the first one to congratulate Liverpool in the league title. But guess what?
You're embarrassing City fans. City fans are embarrassed in the chat.
I'll let the next one go. As long as Alhamdulillah I had my goal, I enjoyed it as well. I'm gonna go to bed.
Hamza. Okay, now I respond. Now I'm gonna respond. First of all, it's not a Leicester year because this is our second league title in 5 years. Second of all, you always do Pep Guardiola praise. The only club to stop Pep from winning a league title twice is Liverpool. You cannot deny this. So the only one against Pep who stopped you from winning a league title twice is Liverpool Football Club. Third of all, if you want to talk about lost to Plymouth, you lost to Wigan Athletic in League One. Centurion season. You got 100 points and lost to Wigan Athletic. Will Gregg's on fire. Don't come here when we know football history. Don't come here and waffle. I know the history of the sport. You cannot lie to me, bro. You get me? This is not spaces you mute everyone. You can just waffle. I know this. I know the history.
You don't mean Van Dijk. I love Van Dijk. I could have cooked Van. Wallahi, but I'll never cook Van Dijk.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Today, if you came and you said, you can ask more right now. I said it on MHF. If you come here today and you say Van Dijk had a bad game, I will agree.
He's a legend.
Yeah, but Van Dijk had a shit game today. But all you do is Salah. Why? Because people pissed you off on Twitter? Hold that. Today, you said for Tottenham Hotspur, why did you lose? Because of individual errors. Okay, today, Konate individual error. Robertson individual error. Van Dijk individual error. 3 defenders made individual error, and you want to blame the right one.
Where was Salah?
How do we go? You know, Mo told you don't know nothing about football. Today, we go away to Fulham. We conceded 3 goals, and you want to talk about the right winger. Imagine your logic.
Why do you protect Mo Salah so much? Why do you cook Van Dijk?
I don't cook Van Dijk. There's 4 players in this team.
Club. Without Van Dijk,
Let me respond. There's 4 players in this team I always defend. Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, and Salah. Today's game, Fulham 3, Liverpool 2. For the first goal, Konate and Curtis Jones make a mistake. They cannot win a simple header. We concede. The second one, Robertson gives the ball to Iwobi under no pressure. The third one, Van Dijk gets bullied by Muniz. Why should I, as someone who understands,
Where was Mo Salah, Sam? Be honest.
look, people in the chat are agreeing. They're saying, listen, because I'm cooking. Why should I come here after we concede 3 goals away at Fulham and go like, this is Salah's fault? It's not. Van Dijk got bullied. He got bullied by Muniz. Who the fuck is Muniz? He bullied Van Dijk today. I said it on the terrace. I said
Alisson should have
Frankie Muniz, he's
Kelleher
Zafar
was in goal.
and Malcolm in the middle.
Kelleher was in goal. You got caught out. You didn't even watch the game. You fucking bum. You fucking bum. He just said Alisson.
No,
fucking Kelleher was in goal. You bum. You've been exposed.
guys,
You have been exposed as nothing but an agenda merchant. You didn't even watch the game. He didn't even watch the game. He just said Alisson in goal. Kelleher.
Why did Kelleher not
my
say that?
God.
Sorry, I made a mistake.
Oh my God. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself.
I made a mistake. Why did Kelleher? I'm not going to cook Van Dijk. Wallah, I'll never cook Van Dijk. Van Dijk is the greatest defender. I regret signing. I will never cast.
I have never in my life seen someone exposed so much. Man said, oh, let's talk about Alisson. It was fucking Kelleher. He didn't even watch the game. He did not even watch the fucking game. Oh,
Van Dijk, listen, Van Dijk.
Husam, you know you didn't watch the game now. You can tell when you were explaining what happened in the game. Did you see his eyeballs darting left and right?
Yeah, he didn't even know.
He had no idea what you're talking about.
I could, but to me, Mo Salah had a stink. He'll never talk about Mo Salah. Dayo, leave this aside.
Mo Salah, I watched that game. Today, I'm not going to blame Mo Salah. The goal.
So how good was Mo Salah today?
Thank you, Dayo.
Again,
let Dayo talk because he actually watched the game.
I watched the game. The goal that Van Dijk caused for me, the way Muniz shoved him off the ball, and then instead of Van Dijk to literally like get as a captain, tell the team to get up and everybody, let's go back again. He's going to the referee and complaining that
I think Van Dijk is tired. He's exhausted.
Pushed off the ball. That's not the point. I don't want to hear this person is tired, that person is not tired.
He's exhausted. He's 35 years old. Listen, plays every game.
Again. This is not something that we see him do regularly. So when it happens, we can call it out. And there's nothing wrong with that.
That's shameless.
It's not that Van Dijk every week in, week out makes individual errors like that. So when it happens, we can discuss it. And you can point fingers and be like, you know what, hey, boom. Robertson had a good game until the nonsense that him and this guy did.
Yeah, he just gave Iwobi with the ball.
Yeah, he had a good game until he gave the ball to Iwobi. You know?
I just look at things like that. Like he's single. He's the glue of that team. Like, I know for a fact, if someone told me, who do you want Liverpool, one player out Liverpool, and they're not going to win the league, I said, take Van Dijk out. I'm not scared of Mo Salah.
Yeah, and if we take Salah out,
I've seen Van Dijk missing the whole season, and I've seen Liverpool winning nothing. And I've always said, the glue of the team is Van Dijk.
By your logic, right, Hamza, Mo Salah has contributed about 75% of Liverpool's goals this season.
Most are tapping the penalty.
No. Let's listen. Sorry, Dayo. Let's not mean.
If you take away that contribution from that team, they will not be where they are right now. So stop that. Let's not do that.
Liverpool are not the same since PSG game. Don't look the same. Don't look.
Dayo, your team is in second place. Which Liverpool player you wish you could go back to August and take away from this team?
If I wanted someone to have an injury this season now, that Mo Salah. Without Mo Salah,
thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
75% of their goals.
Thank you.
75%. Liverpool has.
Ahmed, who do you think is more important to Liverpool, Mo Salah or Van Dijk?
Look again.
I'll
say this to you again. If I look at the way we defend, which we defend very well, just like Liverpool defends very well because of Van Dijk, and we have Gabriel and Saliba. If I look at the way we defend, in front of the goal, Salah has scored what? I think right now he's the highest goal scorer.
27 goals and 17 assists.
Yeah.
In 31 games. Imagine.
How many penalties has he scored?
I don't care how many penalties he scored.
How many penalties? 9.
The point is, okay, you want to talk about penalties. Didn't Madrid
even if I remove all penalties, that's 19 and 17.
Yeah, 19.
That's still more contributions than games.
So at the end of the day, if you take that kind
he
of
had the most penalties in the Premier League this season. He scored 9 Premier League penalties. That's a third of his goals. That's a third of his goals are penalties.
He scored 27 goals.
Yeah, a third is penalties. I told you. That's massive.
Yeah, but when it's Palmer, he's a pen merchant.
Yeah, it's a pen merchant.
So take away.
When it's Palmer, it's different.
Take away the 9. How many goals is that already? Remove the penalties, and how many goals has he scored?
18.
How many? Okay, 18 goals. Now remove the penalties.
He's not special. He's not special. 18.
How many goals has Haaland scored? Remove Haaland's penalties.
Haaland's only scored 2 penalties.
I said remove his penalties. How many goals has he scored?
That's not the point.
Haaland would have 19. Haaland would have more goals than him.
So
Haaland would have more goals than him if he didn't have penalties. Haaland's not penalty, imagine.
Haaland will have just one more goal. So do you see your logic?
Exactly.
You see your logic?
This guy depends on penalties.
Do you see that your logic is stupid though? Because you're saying
How does it depend on penalties when it's 9 out of 27?
A third of your goals penalties.
Okay, so the 2/3 is not penalties. So the 1/3 is dependent, but the 2/3 is not dependent. You wanna know why I know Hamza is the biggest hypocritical loser in the universe? This guy, the season where Haaland took penalties for Manchester City and had 50 GA, wallahi al-azim, he was on spaces vouching for Haaland to win Ballon d'Or. He was scoring penalties that season. This year, it's Salah taking penalties. All of a sudden, penalties. Okay, I'm gonna use your logic. طب حبيبي 1/3 is of the goals is penalties. Okay, طب my 2/3 is not penalties.
In 2022-2023, he had 9 penalties. Another 9. He loves that number 9. He gets minimum. 23-24, he had 9 penalties again. But this guy's a penalty merchant.
hold on. Did
This guy
penalties for free?
penalty.
Did they give all these penalties just like, oh, Salah, go take it, or they earned the penalty? Because if they earn the penalties, what is your complaint? Why?
I'm just saying he scores a third of his goals are penalties. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but and Haaland scores penalties. So who gives a fuck?
Haaland scored 2 penalties only this season.
Yeah, this season. The Ballon d'Or season,
Matthias Tell also scores penalties, by the way. He scored a penalty in our win to help get Southampton relegated today.
I'm just saying, Mo Salah, yes. But we have to accept Van Dijk is a glue. You guys don't see.
Remember, you have Marmoush in your team. I'll get the Egyptian people.
Haaland is the most important.
Realistically,
and you have Marmoush, I will tell all the Egyptians to go after you because you
Hamza, realistically, Salah and Haaland.
Their king, wallahi.
Listen, Hamza, you talk about Haaland. Haaland can score 60 and Salah can score 60. Ballon d'Or is about the best player consistently throughout the whole world, isn't it? So bagging goals, isn't the only way to. That's not enough just to be. Khalas, give him Ballon d'Or.
Who do you think will win the Ballon d'Or? Guess who's going to win the Ballon d'Or?
This
League
should
2.
be Yamal.
No, relegation boy Leeds United player called. What's
he won't win it. He won't win it.
Rafinha will win it before Salah. Watch. Rafinha's going to win Ballon d'Or.
No, he won't win it. Rafinha won't win it.
Rafinha is winning it.
Lautaro Martinez will win it when Inter win the Champions League and the league and the treble.
Yeah. What's so funny?
I'm pretty sure
it should be Harry Kane, in my opinion.
If they win the treble, yes, but they can't win the treble because they actually out of the cup. But if they win the double, Harry Kane will win the Ballon d'Or, by the way. Yeah, Harry Kane scored a lot of goals.
If they do something like the Premier League, they'll give it to Ruben Diaz anyway, even though Harry Kane won Playmaker and Golden Boot. They still gave Player of the Year to not Harry Kane, which is crazy. Yeah, really ass.
Musiala for Bayern. I don't know for Inter who he is, but Rafinha is ahead of everyone in Barca and La Liga. He's ahead.
He's not. He's not ahead.
I want La
Liga. I don't think Rafinha will win it. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the Catalonian PR is always Lamine Yamal.
I prefer Lamine.
Ahmed is right. The problem is Barcelona are not pushing the Rafinha props like Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter how many goals Rafinha scores. Everyone at Barcelona will push for Lamine Yamal to be there, not Rafinha.
Yeah, but it's granted though because he's performing out of his skin. Like that's what I'm saying.
Lamine Yamal,
obviously, what I'm saying is he's not got the goal.
Lamine Yamal every couple of weeks, Lamine Yamal comes with a world-class goal, like dribbling like 4 or 5 players, a curler from outside the 80. Like he's coming up with like amazing goals that you can. Like at the end, his compilation in the Ballon d'Or will be way superior to the Haaland compilation in Ballon d'Or. Basically, you remember the compilation of Ballon d'Or?
Goal catalog, obviously.
Oh my God, the compilation for Haaland had penalties. Who
Rafinha scored 31 goals on compilation,
bro?
Yeah,
you know how many goals Rafinha scored? 31 goals, 19 assists.
In La
That's
Liga.
mad as a winger.
Wait,
in
wait,
La
wait,
Liga.
wait,
That's
wait.
better than Mo
That's not
Salah.
true. That's not true. That's not true.
Go and check it out. I'm reading.
Yeah,
Bro, he's got 13 goals. He's got 13 goals in La
31.
Liga, and he's got 27 in all of it. He's not got 30.
2024, 2025 season.
يا عمي يا حبيبي he's telling you in La Liga he has 13 محمد صلاح has 27. They're not even comparable.
He's got 13 in
They're
La
the same
Liga, bro.
thing.
Like, I'm
And
telling you.
what's general? Tell me, how many has he got in Champions League?
He's got like I'm not sure how. I think he's got like 11 or something in Champions League.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah.
Rafinha's
League,
goals
yeah.
in La Liga plus Champions League is not equal to Salah's goals in Premier League alone.
Let me see, Husam.
It's not even
Salah
close.
is on 27.
He scored
11
10.
plus 13 is 24.
Bro,
That's it. Husam, he scored 14 and 11. That's 24. And he doesn't take penalties.
Hamza, when you talk about Ballon d'Or, it's about the best player. He's not Barca's best player. Like, the two Ballon d'Or players here, like, in that team, Barcelona, is either
Pedri and Lamine Yamal.
Yamal or Pedri. Exactly, yeah.
And
Like,
I don't know
Rafinha,
what
I promise you, I promise you, bro, Rafinha's bagging loads of goals. But Rafinha's bagging loads of goals here, but no way is he should be anywhere near the bro, let's have some shit.
Bro,
He should be Ballon d'Or.
No, but to have to be honest,
I
Ahmed,
think
Rafinha
more
this
agrees.
season is playing. Rafinha this season is not only bagging goals, he's playing well. He's playing well. Like
Yeah,
if
he's
you watch
having- he's
Barcelona, he's playing. He's
Guys,
not.
with all due respect, Real Madrid win the Champions League, it's going to be Mbappe who wins it. Everyone give up.
Yeah, but even with Mbappe, he started off best.
not if
Barcelona.
not if Real Madrid don't win La Liga. He will never do this because I think Spain will erupt. If Barcelona win La Liga, they will never. He can't. He's not even the best player in their own league. How can he win Ballon d'Or?
Who do you think more he said? If Real Madrid,
Lamine
Mbappe.
Yamal, like if
Mbappe.
Barcelona win, like
If
know.
Mbappe wins it, that's
Barcelona
Barcelona
not
win,
even.
Rafinha
also horrendous.
Bro, you know that. With all due respect to Kylian Mbappe, he's not the best player in La Liga.
Yes,
Like,
Ahmed.
He's not. He's nowhere near
Like,
it.
he's not, bro. Like he's not. Lamine Yamal is
Okay, he
miles ahead of the guy.
I've got to go, man. Yeah, I've got to go.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
But,
In a league
peace and
with
blessings.
Anthony, where he's balling, Brian Hill's doing good, Arnaut Danjuma's
Peace,
doing
boys, yeah?
good.
Have a nice one, lads.
Bridge
Yeah.
Nation.
Hey, yo, listen, I'll be so honest, yeah. La Liga's more competitive so far than the Premier League. That's all I'm saying, innit?
At the top, yes, but at the top, yes.
Yeah, and you can arguably say, yeah, there's better players there too.
By the way, all this competitive thing, here's the thing. This league from 3rd to 10th, they're all strong. This competitive thing, me and Mo agree on this. If Arsenal were just a bit better, you would have competition. It's not my fault.
Yeah, but do you think that it is competitive because they are all weak?
No, because all the teams now from 3rd to 10th, you can go over there and you can take players that
I
start.
can take
from the
players.
best
I
team in
can
the
take
league.
Nottingham Forest.
You can
Bro,
take players
better,
that will
yeah.
start. Okay, hold on, Ahmed. Sorry, I'm gonna.
Murillo.
I'm asking the question. You can take players from them to play in the Premier League, but don't you think that Atletico, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, like they are ahead of them? For example,
No, I'll tell here's the
Paris
thing.
Saint-Germain.
If you go to La Liga and I apply the same logic, Barcelona's not taking a player from Rayo Vallecano and from Mallorca and Getafe.
Yeah. Okay, we agree here. I'm not.
So what
But
makes
what I
the
mean
league
is,
bonus?
what I mean, the top of other leagues is strong, even though Liverpool topped the Champions League. But the top of other leagues in general are stronger than the top of the Premier League, like Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, and Liverpool. The top of the other leagues are stronger than these tops.
Bro.
Is
No, but
that
you know what it is,
how
you can
we
have
can
all-
say?
I think if we were all in a league,
I think the reason why you're
no,
saying
but
that
I think if we were all in a league together, like, I'm not even being disrespectful or anything, but I think Madrid will find it a lot more difficult playing Bournemouth than playing
100%.
That's the thing. Like, I'm not even saying.
And I know a Bournemouth player. They can walk into Madrid. Like Kekes can play for Madrid. Huijsen is wanted by Real Madrid.
They literally want him.
Yeah, there you are. So a lot of our
Yeah, but
players.
bro, like,
more, you know the funny
yeah, but most of the players that we buy as well also comes from Spain. Like, look where Isaac came from. Isaac came from Sociedad.
Yeah,
We're talking
No,
about
but he
Isaac.
played in Dortmund before.
Who?
Isak was playing in Dortmund
Yeah,
before he moved.
Yeah,
to
but the
Spain.
thing is, yeah, like the reason why he was getting noise is because of what he was doing in Sociedad.
Yeah, but the best
like,
player in the league right now used to play in Italy before.
Fact.
Yeah,
The
but what I'm
best-
saying is that the
One
Premier
of the
League.
best players in the
And
league
the
is
other
Italy.
best player in the league used to play in the Bundesliga.
No, but what I'm saying is that
Wolfsburg.
what the Premier League does, yeah, is that there's talented players in, like, for example, Spain, You might get some in Germany and especially France here. They'll buy it and then they'll use it in their team and they'll be like, oh, see, we've got the best players. But, bro, like, that's because other players abroad here are better.
I think
Like,
what you're generally missing is the fact that the Premier League is more competitive than other leagues. And the reason we say that
it's not really being competitive.
No. Let me explain why. If you go to Spain, the Spanish league, you can count 3-4 top clubs that are the biggest boys, and everybody else falls underneath that. Over there, it's the big boys and the little kids that you have in these other leagues. If you go to Italy, it's probably about the same. You can count maybe 3-4 clubs that are like the big clubs, and you can be like, you know, these guys are the big guys, and everybody else are the little guys. Like you can literally say that about almost every other league that you go to. But in the Premier League now, you can count about 8 different teams out of the 20 that are solid. Aston Villa can be a threat. Brighton can be a threat on a good day. Like you know that these are competitive teams. Fulham on their good day can become a dangerous team to play against. You can't say the same for Mallorca or Getafe in Spain. You know,
they've got Betis. Betis are a solid team.
No. So
yeah, but I think Dayo is 100% correct here. Like the mid-table team in England are stronger than the mid-table teams in Italy and Spain and the Bundesliga.
Yes.
However, the top teams are strong. With all due respect, like Nottingham Forest, Nottingham Forest, if they play Conte or they play Inter, they won't get anything out of it. If they play Bayern Munich, they won't get anything. If they play Bayer Leverkusen, they won't get anything. The Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. But the middle table of the Bundesliga, of the Premier League is strong. This is why Aston Villa is in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. I believe that the middle is strong, is very close, is closer to the top than the other league.
Can I say this real quick? I think another reason why we look at other leagues and say, okay, maybe the top teams there are stronger than the top teams in England is because in those other leagues, who are you comparing them to? Everybody else in their league is far away from them. They are the best, and there's nobody close to them. Meanwhile, in the English Premier League, Newcastle can be fourth. There's Chelsea, there's United.
Yes.
Even United that is playing bad.
You're right.
Like the comparison is so, it's like the top is so congested that you're like, you know what? Yeah, that. So if you look at the other leagues, it's easy to say, oh, these are better, but they're not.
Do you know why? Do you know why is that happening? Because the middle table of the Premier League have the financial capacity to stop the top teams from taking their players. Like you want Eze, pay up. You want Mateta, pay up. You want Nunes, pay. You want Morgan Gibbs-White, I need 70 million. You want Murillo, you want Braithwaite, 70 million. Because the Premier League clubs are financially way more stable than the other mid-table teams in the other leagues, they can actually hold on to their players. They don't need to sell them unless it's an astronomical. Like, for example, Newcastle saying, you want to take Isak, 150. In Italy, if there is a mid-table team like Newcastle, with all due respect to Newcastle, if there's a mid-table team and the striker, Inter, or other teams can say, here is 40 million, you have to sell because you don't have the financial capacity to challenge us. That is Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich are taking Wirtz. They're direct competitors' best player. But it's different, to be honest.
Yeah. Yes, imagine essentially Liverpool going to Arsenal and taking Saliba. That just doesn't happen. Like, you get me. So that's the thing. Anyway, let me just read
competitive.
Yeah, let me read the super chats before we wrap up. Big up to Jack, says, guess who came second to Leicester too? Arsenal. That's who came second to Leicester. Oh, well, this is a name I haven't read in like 3 months. I know that ain't Tanya. Cole Palmer is the best player in the world. Cole Palmer is better than Rodrigo and Vinicius. I remember, Tanya. That's what they... You know, Ahmed, I've always wondered why you don't cook Chelsea more. Wallahi, this Wednesday, inshallah, when we have Ziad here, you have to cook Chelsea. Look at this shit. Look. What was Mariska doing today? The bald fraud. Top 4 is our priority, not conference. The clown of a manager. Absolutely embarrassing. Why didn't you say this before, huh, Mr. Tanya? Why didn't you say this before? Where was this 4 months ago when you come here every day, eating our ears off, chopping it off about how great Cole Palmer is and shit, huh? You bum. You bum. Nafisa, this is why you can't win an argument straight. I call out what's wrong. Why don't you support Newcastle since it's all about the journey for you? Hey, Nafisa, personally, I won't have it, I'll be honest with you. Like just me personally, just on a personal basis, I wouldn't have it because he absolutely cooked the shit out of it there. Hey, big up Netweed. Netweed. Hey, big up. Yamal for Ballon d'Or, 6 goals in La Liga. This is a joke. Yeah, I don't agree with Mo. I'll be honest with you. I really don't.
How many goals did Modric get?
Modric is a midfielder. Have some shame.
Wasn't Ribery in the contention with Ronaldo and Messi? How many goals did he get? Ribery, I think he only got like can someone fact check it? In 2013, someone when Ribery said that he should have won it over Ronaldo, I want to know what his goal tally was. Ribery, I forgot. Bro, I'm telling you, yeah. By that logic, yeah, let's give it to Haaland then. Alan Shearer, why didn't he win a Ballon d'Or then? Come on now.
It's a tough one, but I would take off Virgil van Dijk instead. Yeah, Diallo, you're just being edgy. You know your move. Salah's GA this season, we don't win fuck all, but big up. We've had injuries and been shit. Why are we still second? Yeah, because you've been shit according to Arsenal's standard. You haven't been shit to the standard of the league. Do you think Man United would happily take where Arsenal are at right now, or City, or Chelsea, or any other club? Yes. The only club that wouldn't want to be in your place is Liverpool because they're first. That's the thing. You cannot say we're shit compared to your own standard. You have to look at how like the others are, because we're talking about the whole league. If Rafinha didn't score these goals, they wouldn't compete for any title, which means Pedro or Yamal can't win Ballon d'Or. GA makes you the best, is what Abdi Kais is saying.
I mean, that's not true. Like, anyone who watches Barcelona knows who the best player is. Like, GA doesn't
I actually think their best player is Pedri, I can't even lie.
Yeah, and he doesn't even have half the GA that other midfielders got that have. Like, I think he's only got what, 3 goals or 4 assists. But yeah,
you as an aesthetics merchant, you should agree that it's Pedri. I don't get why you don't. Do you not?
No, I said the Ballon d'Or winner should be between.
Do you rate Pedri?
Highly, yeah.
So if Pedri wins Ballon d'Or, would you be mad?
No, I wouldn't be mad. Wouldn't be mad if he wins it. But I'm saying it's between him and Yamal. Like, it's a win-win. But he said Yamal can't win Ballon d'Or because of GA, but his GA is not even bad.
Yeah, but I think forward line players need to do a bit more still.
So eventually,
I agree with Mo, but also you guys are forgetting the other key factors.
As a forward line player, you're going to have to add GA to their own criteria for judging them. For midfielders, you might not need to add GA because that's not really. I mean, you might not need to add the goals. You look at the work that they put in, and of course, the assist that the midfielders give. For defenders who are nominated, you're not nominating the defender because of the goals they score. You're nominating them because of the work that they've done, and you use that as a yardstick. So yes, if we're saying Lamine Yamal should be in the conversation, then Rafinha should be in the conversation too. And so should every other striker who has really, really good GA. And if his GA
guys, but in the league, Lamine Yamal and Rafinha, there's only 4 GA difference. And we all know that Ballon d'Or is about propaganda and PR. People in the chat need to understand. Because Lamine Yamal plays for Spain and Rafinha is Brazilian, Barcelona people, they're going to push for Lamine Yamal in the Ballon d'Or, whether we like it or not. It's just that this is how it works. It's just how it works. They're going to push for him to be the face of Barcelona this season. The young guy, let him win Ballon d'Or at the age of 17. He had this much as GA. You guys know that. That's only if Barcelona win La Liga, though. He has the Catalonians behind him. Yes, he's Moroccan, but we all know that they push for him.
But the thing is,
the problem that City did, not push for Rodri. The whole Spain would be behind him, and Man City will be behind him. But they pushed for Haaland, and nobody respected Haaland that year.
More. I speak to a lot of Barcelona fans. They talk a lot, like 500 of them join Twitter Space or Backer Spaces. Very famous guy, and he holds. And they talk to me, and I asked them, "Who's your?" And they said Rafinha. Rafinha is a name.
It's not about them, but you know that Ballon d'Or. But you know that Ballon d'Or is controlled by the journalists, and you know that the journalists in Spain will push for the young Spaniard that won the Euros, the upcoming. You know how it works.
But the thing is, but the thing is, it's not just any Spaniard called like Pedri Gonzalez or whatever. It's actually a player who's
very good.
Yes. Yeah, but that's I understand the PR logic here, but I would be more fuming if it was someone who isn't justifying it on the pitch consistently and actually doing something that is So
No,
I get
I wouldn't be mad. Okay, if Barcelona win the double this season and Lamine Yamal win it, I wouldn't be mad at all. I'll be, yeah, he deserves it. He was part of it. And to be honest, every time I'm watching Barcelona games, it's either Rafinha or Lamine Yamal getting them out of trouble. Like genuinely getting them out of trouble, one of them. And sometimes it's all Lamine Yamal. Like he's literally getting the team out of trouble. And people that watch some of the Barcelona games, he is so fucking entertaining. Like he is great.
He's in the final, I think, against. Is it in the Copa? I don't know if it's Super Cup.
They
He's in the
play
final against Atletico Madrid, and I'm pretty sure he's the one that gave the goal to Torres that unlocked Atletico. I think it was 5-4 in aggregate. So if they win that and La Liga, and see where they see in Champions League, yeah.
I agree with you, but you're also forgetting that there are other key factors, coaches. You can all see the gap between coach. Oh, this is such a good point from Diallo. I'm surprised you're doing this as an Arsenal fan and Dayo is doing this. So credit to you both for the people not discrediting this Liverpool title. Here's the thing. Hamza, wait, because there's one super chat addressing you. Don't mute. It's just 2 left and then we're going to end. So just be patient. Here's the thing. Iraola at Bournemouth. Low key. That guy could fix a lot of big clubs. Marco Silva, a lot of people rate highly. Hertzler, people rate in Europe. I'm just saying, bro.
Is Marco Silva Portuguese?
Say that again, sorry?
Is Marco Silva Portuguese, the Fulham?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he is.
Me and Portuguese managers. No. I'm bro, me and listen.
You want him out, right? Would you take Iraola as an example?
Yeah. We've never had a Spanish manager. Mix it up.
Mix it up a little. Try a different nation.
Try him or German. We've not had a German or a Spanish. So
Hamza, this guy is speaking to you. There's someone in Singapore spending money to speak to you. Hamza, please, can you switch on your camera, Hamza? Yeah.
Come on, show some respect, man.
Yalla, Hamza, show some respect to the people.
Exactly, man.
This guy started the fucking space, I bet. Come on, Rafinha is ahead of Yamal for Ballon d'Or. I don't think you're getting most points.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. He's actually right. In the ranking, Rafinha is ahead because of the amount of goals. Diallo, you're not wrong. What I'm saying, when at the end, I know what happens normally. They push for the Spaniard because it's a better narrative. To be honest with you, none of us here care if Rafinha wins Ballon d'Or. But if Lamine Yamal wins Ballon d'Or, it's an absolute
bigger deal.
Yes.
You want to know why it's a bigger deal? Because he would have won it before Mbappe as well.
Oh my God, I would love that.
That would be a meltdown in France. Hamza, AMT, Singaporean dollars, he's spending 2. Last season, he scored 7 goals. Out of that, 7 goals were penalties. What is the big difference?
Was there penalties or 5?
It was 7. It was 7. Yeah, so 20 goals.
No, Premier League. We're talking about Premier League.
Yeah, Premier League has got 7 penalties.
He had
7 penalties. It's open a new tab. Don't make me share screen. It's 7 penalties.
In his first season, 7 penalties. Second season after that, 7 penalties as well.
Yeah, but Salah keeps consistently banging a third.
So what's the difference between 7 and 9? 2 penalties.
They're both penalties.
One year have some
What's the difference now?
Ahmed,
all I'm saying,
rate Salah or Haaland, right?
all I'm
But
saying, Rafinha might win the Ballon d'Or, and Mo Salah doesn't win the Ballon d'Or.
Is there difference? 7 penalties, 9 penalties.
There's no difference. They both love their penalties.
And rate them both, so he's fair. He doesn't rate them
If
both.
Rafinha winning, I'm crashing on Mbappe, wallahi. I'm crashing on Mbappe and Vinicius. Because Vinicius said, I'm going to work 10 times harder. If you win the Ballon d'Or, a guy fighting relegation, I took Calvin Phillips.
Hamza, Vinny walks into your team, by the way. He walks into your team. Who
starts out of Vinny then? Doku or Savinho? Stop it, yeah.
Doku, what's that going to do? What's he going to do? Shimmy. That's all he's doing.
Shimmy. What kind of players win the Ballon d'Or the most? To be fair,
Cristiano and Messi won it all the time, but before that, it used to be Zidane, it used to be Ronaldinho, Rivaldo won it once, Nedved won it once.
Michael Owen was the biggest fraud. Well, I won the Europa League and won it, but I know everyone never respected. Thank God, one player.
I think Michael Owen.
I have 2 Ballon d'Or history winners in history.
Oh, you know, people don't know.
I actually think that's not a dig. I think Michael Owen winning Ballon d'Or was one of the worst Ballon d'Ors.
He was the worst.
No. Rodri's way worse. Rodri's way worse.
Let me tell you.
Way worse.
At least Rodri won the Euros and the League. Ahmed, that's what you don't understand.
More.
Wait. Ahmed thinks Rodri Ballon d'Or is worse than Owen. Why?
Yes.
Why?
100%.
This is so.
Bro,
I put Cartoon Network for him, man.
100%.
Johnny
100%.
Bravo.
Michael Owen at that age bracket for 3-4 years, bro, was unbelievable.
Yeah,
It was unbelievable.
What are you
He was
doing?
unbelievable.
Hold up. When Michael Owen won the Ballon d'Or, what did he win? Tell me.
Bro,
He
I don't
did
know what he's
something
won.
that Haaland didn't
I
do.
don't know what he's won. I don't know what he
Don't
was
say
won.
anything.
I don't know
made
what
that
he's won.
statement for
At the end of the day,
what did
when
he
he
win?
was at 18 years of age, for about 3 years, he was
No,
unbelievable. He was
18 years
unbelievable.
old. I'm talking about the year that he won the Ballon d'Or. What did he win? Do you know?
I don't know what he won.
He beat Deportivo Alaves to Europa League final. He won the FA Cup and he won a Carling Cup, I think. Or he won 2 of them. That's it.
And your point?
He never won the Premier League, never won the Champions League. Ballon d'Or. One second, let me educate you. Before that, Ballon d'Or means the best player in Europe. World Player of the Year was the best player in the world. After that, they decided we have to remove this because people used to look at World Player of the Year. If you win World Player of the Year, you're the best player in the world.
Once again, you're lying. When Nedved won it, did Juve win Champions League?
They removed it. They then included.
Okay, no problem. Stop. When Rivaldo won it, did Barca won Champions League? Go on.
He was playing the Champions
When
League.
George Weah won it, did AC Milan win Champions League?
Who?
You liar! You've been exposed.
Who?
George Opongwe, Liberia.
George Weah.
Yeah.
Wallahi, you're slandering George Weah.
No, did AC Milan win Champions League?
Look,
that's not the point, Hamza.
Yeah,
Did he win
He's
it?
not slandering George Weah. Answer the damn question.
Wallahi,
Hamza is an elite. He's good at switching the
the
goalposts.
greatest ever
He's good at-
league has ever been seen. When every great player was there, it was a show where
Did he say what he said?
and who was the greatest? And
See what he
Zidane was
said.
there, Ronaldo was there, Roberto Baggio was there, Maldini was
You
there.
are the deflection
Every
king.
goal was
You're the
there.
deflection
Unless
Rodri
you
doesn't even get
Thierry
top 10
Henry,
If Rodri was playing in that generation, with all those
Patrick Vieira
midfielders,
fell in
he doesn't
AC
even
Milan?
top 20.
So-
Doesn't even.
So guys, you want to know what's funny about what Hamza just did? He said the World Player of the Year. He thinks we don't know history. I went back in history to 2 players who didn't win the Champions League and he got destroyed. So big up to you,
What
AMC.
player they was the biggest one? You shameful guy.
Doesn't matter. Anyway,
Husam, did you know that theory? Ballon d'Or was the best player in Europe. World Player of the Year was the best player
weren't
in the world.
those players that had loads of GA? Yes, a lot of players. Most of the players that win it do have a lot of GA. That's the thing. We can't dismiss GA like it means nothing because a lot of them did have GA. So that's what I will say, bro. Anyway, listen, guys, we're gonna wrap up the stream here. Let's redirect to Saad since none of the guys on the panel are going live. Go tell Saad Husam raid. I'll be in his chat as well saying Husam raid. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing.
Prepare on Tuesday. Wallahi, please prepare on Tuesday. Guys,
Wednesday, Ahwa. Wednesday.
Tuesday, take a day off.
Wednesday, Ahwa, Hamza.
Arsenal versus Real Madrid. We've got them. Wallahi, I've got them.
I need you ready, huh? I need you ready Wednesday. We'll be there.
That day.
Yes.
I'm making
Hamza,
that
what's
team.
your prediction?
I'm getting.
What's your prediction, Hamza? What's your prediction?
Wallahi.
I said 3-1, by the way. I said 3-1. What you?
I think Madrid win 2-0 at the Emirates. I think Madrid win 2-0 at the Emirates and then they win like 4-1 or 3-1 at Bernabeu.
So what's that not going to be then? So stick.
I love you lot so much.
Bro, why are we... Bro, okay. You know what? I just can't wait for Tuesday either. That's all I'm saying. Husam, I won't discredit LFC for winning the Prem this season. There are more tougher games to win in the Premier League this day nowadays. Slot spoke facts. Thank you. And by the way, you're going to find it again next season if the teams improve again. Because Brighton will find another player in the French league to sign.
Let me finish the last statement.
Listen.
Before you go, because I'm not going to see you until Wednesday.
I'm going to be the biggest Bellingham FC, bro.
All I say.
Only for that. Listen.
Bellingham FC. Yeah.
Listen.
Before you go, Sam, all I want to see this star boy Bukayo Saka better do what Mason Mount did, better do what Sancho did and Foden. This star boy that you call, you call me star boy when they're doing a bomber. I love you all because Madrid, they lost to Valencia.
Rodrigo, listen.
Dayo, good luck, my brother. We're there, Dayo.
Are you finished? I'm just gonna say this to you, and I'm sure you, being somebody who likes history a lot, I'm sure you know this for a fact, that the only one time Arsenal ever made it to the final of a Champions League, we actually beat Madrid on our way to that final.
In 2006.
Oh, big words.
I'd like you to remember that very well. And again,
in 2006.
Again, I don't care about the year. My point is, again, because you're going to talk about Dortmund now, and Dortmund did not win to 2007. So we can go back to old days of when people won. All I'm saying is the only time Arsenal has ever made it to the final, and we're talking about massive players for Real Madrid at the time. I think they even had Ruud van Nistelrooy on the bench as their sub-2 striker at that time. They had R9 and they had big names. So let's not do all this revisionist history, because we haven't been there for a long time. The point is still,
and you lost the final. And when Henry was asked, when Henry was asked, why have you failed?
I don't care about
and blame Ronaldinho.
A lot of noise about Madrid because you have PTSD. Because every time you play Madrid has beat you. Every time I played Madrid has never beat me.
Are you going to beat Madrid then? Are you going to beat Madrid?
I am going to the semi-final.
No, are you going to beat Madrid? Yes or no?
We're beating Madrid at the Emirates.
What's the score going to be on Tuesday?
At the Emirates. It's 2-1 at the Emirates, and we're going to go there. They're going to score one more goal, and they're going to go to penalties.
So I'm putting on full screen. I need full screen to see this.
I said
go on.
2-1.
What's the prediction on Arsenal, Real Madrid, home and away?
2-1 at the Emirates. When we go to Bernabeu, we'll see. I'll predict that one. But at the Emirates, 2-1 to Arsenal.
Wow.
Let's go. 2-1 to Arsenal.
You're saying flip this Hamza trolling, but me, Hamza, and Ahmed all agree. We all say Arsenal are gonna lose. So yeah. Anyway, guys,
what do you
expect?
Let's get ready.
Husam Raid in the side chat.
Before we go, just quick one, 20 seconds. I think because I've never had that PTSD with Madrid. My head-to-head with Madrid, I've always won. I've drawn and won with them. I've never lost to them. Even when
Hamza, when you redirect, do Dayo prop, because I know Saad don't like Dayo. Do some Dayo prop.
No. We're not gonna prop any United player. We're just gonna do Husam Raid.
When you go over there, just go ahead and prop Ange Postecoglou, Tottenham Hotspur getting it done.
Saad you're getting relegated.
No one in this world gets it done, but Tottenham will.
You're getting relegated.
Husam Raid relegation.
Get 40 points. 40 points relegation.
Peace out.
Come on, you Spurs.